Welcome
What's up?
for another episode live here with the lads. Another week of Champions League action in the books.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us are feeling pretty good.
Something Spatty knows a lot of. Something Spatty knows a lot about. Of
He's like, I'm gonna hear this every week now.
It's okay because Juventus will be back next year in European
imagine.
football,
Unless some more match fixing goes on.
which it might. However,
Hopefully.
all of our teams caught dubs this week.
that's what we do, bro.
That's all we do, man. So that happens when you support good clubs.
Damn, bro.
But starting it
Your
off,
head, bro. All these strays.
Yeah, we'll kick it off with Group A of Matchday 3, the first game. Galatasaray versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich 3-1. Goals from man like Kingsley Coman,
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, and Jamal Musiala.
Musiala.
And then
Icardi and
Shiki Icardi, penalty.
That's 3-1, right?
3-1, yeah.
I was watching that game while I was at work, and
it's crazy.
even the commentators were saying, and I saw it too. I was watching the game. They're like, this scoreline does not show off what this game was like, because Galatasaray were like dominating for a good amount of the game. They're playing really well, actually.
20 shots, 4 on target.
Yeah,
20 shots.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, 4 on targets, 20 is a lot, but they were just dominant, man. Like, they were counterattacking hard, and of course, like, they have pace. Like, Bayern has pace, but I guess Galatasaray knew that their wingbacks go up a lot, especially Davies. He was going up a lot, so right when Davies went up, they lost the ball. They were hitting that side hard, and it's just unfortunate they don't have that much pace. Like, Icardi's not that fast either, right? They had Zaha, who played pretty well,
Yeah.
but man, it was a good game. Kane had some chances too, couldn't finish. Sane, he has so much pace. It was
Quick,
like
man.
three or four opportunities where he was 1-on-1 with the keeper, but like he just overthought it. And then the player at that point, the player came from behind and just bodied him, and he just lost the ball.
Yeah.
But it was a good game.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Kane got an assist and a goal.
Yep.
What else?
HK, man. That's what he does. That's what he does, bro.
The hater over here.
Hater. I wasn't hating.
What's up, buddy?
I just say he's not going to be
What's
top
up?
scorer of the Bundesliga, and I'm not wrong.
What's he at now in the Bundesliga? I'm gonna double check.
He's not top, I can tell you that for sure.
Hey,
Okay, no, he's second.
the season's still young, but
Yeah.
can we see Harry Kane being top of UCL?
Yeah, that was my prediction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been scoring pretty much every game.
And they have a pretty manageable group.
Yeah, like the
There's-
workload.
There's some teams that they can score a few goals against, and at the end of the day, Bayern are going to score goals, right? So he's on pens as well, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to see a yellow jersey, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tongue out emoji, it's crazy.
But yeah, no. Yeah, Bayern is starting to kind of get into the rhythm now. Kane is starting to get into the rhythm.
He's
I
been
know.
in the rhythm.
But no, I know the gaffer. What's his name?
Tuchel.
Tuchel. He was he said something to the press a couple of days ago, saying how they did everything possible to get Kane. Like, there was such a good signing.
Well, they spent a bag.
Yeah, and he said like once like he's still getting into the rhythm, and it's like he's still on the rhythm. It looks
He's
like he
still
is.
adjusting to the league.
But Tuchel said once he gets into the rhythm, it's gonna be next level. You're gonna see how world class he really is.
You think?
I
Yeah.
feel like he's in the rhythm.
Yeah,
He's been
I
scoring
feel like
every
he's
game.
doing just fine.
That's what
What
I'm saying. It looks like he already is, but imagine this is not his full final form.
do you mean
Final
full? What do you mean
form.
full final
So, like,
form?
who is he absorbed? at
What
this
else?
point? He's
What
not,
else
like,
is he gonna do?
perfect, so
Right now, he's only
he's not
absorbed
perfect Kane yet.
Android 16 so far.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I think this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
He's scoring. He's
I
assisting.
mean, if this is what we're gonna get. This is good enough. But
That's what
imagine
I'm
he just
saying.
starts pointing.
What else can he do?
What else can you do?
He could start getting
Score more, assist more.
yeah, getting 2 goals every game.
How many more do you think you're gonna get?
He can do it, man. Who
You
else
th-
but him?
Okay, well,
Jason LM says Dortmund to win silverware this season. I'm hearing rumbling of Bayern Leverkusen to win Bundesliga.
They just might, you know.
Dude.
yeah.
They've been cooking.
I've heard this before.
What?
A different team than Bayern winning.
Oh.
Well, dude, Leverkusen are
Hearing it
good,
3
man.
years in a row now, no?
Yeah, more than that probably.
12. But not Leverkusen. They're playing good. We'll chat about them
Yeah.
in a little bit.
Is it Julian?
Lulian.
Julian Daniel. But I think that Bayern result was a little bit of a harsh for Gala. Exactly. I'm sure you watched the game as well, but Gala played well. And they're still tied, no, for second?
No, they're up by 1 point.
They're up by
Or
one.
one point.
Mm-hmm.
Over who?
United.
United.
Oh,
Third. But yeah, no, it was a good game. And then unfortunately, like at the end, obviously Gallo is trying to press and he's trying to score, so they conceded 2 goals. Like that, but it was a good game.
Yeah, we know that we.
And
We
the
know-
fans are crazy, man.
Always,
The
man.
Gala fans were
Well,
crazy.
Turkish fans
they
are
were
nuts,
so
bro.
loud the whole game.
Do you think that kind of played a part for Galatasaray playing this good?
Yeah, 100%.
Because now the next game they're going to Bayern's
Allianz.
yeah, no, 100%.
It might be a completely different game. They might just get absolutely run
They
off
might
the
actually
pitch.
get absolutely
Well,
wrecked.
they'll,
but-
they'll probably
We'll
they'll
see.
probably just
I mean,
lose.
Galatasaray is a good team. They've been. I don't know if they're fully gelled yet
Mhm.
because it's a pretty new team.
A lot of players knew Sanchez as well, who played pretty decently. He was on Sané basically the whole game. Sané would beat him, but then he would catch back up,
Mm-hmm.
which was good from him. And yeah, he has Zaha, who's first time in Champions League. He's got the heart.
He's happy to be
He's
there, man.
happy to be there, of course. Icardi's, I don't know if you could say he's starting to find form, but he's scoring more.
He's been cooking. I think he scores like every game.
Yeah,
He's been a
Mertens,
good goal
Mertens
scorer.
coming off the bench, I believe. And then yeah, you got Torreira and Muslera. So it's a good team, but yeah, they gotta say they gotta gel more. But they're doing pretty well.
For
They're
sure.
doing
And I
good
think the
for-
Gaffer's new too.
Is he?
Pretty sure he's new. I think I
Oh,
was
like beginning of the season, you're saying?
this is his first season. I think.
Okan Buruk.
I think so. Wasn't too sure.
I don't know too much about
I actually-
I got that.
Julian Danielle says, I actually think they have a good time, and I bet you that half the Alliance would be
Would be
Turkish.
Turkish
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, there's a lot of Turks in Germany,
Yeah.
so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
A lot of Turks in Bavaria, eh?
They're not gonna let the Bayern players sleep. Watch.
I don't know if they're gonna get half. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna get most of the fans because like Bayern fans are pretty nuts. So
They are too, actually. But
they're both. They both got good fan bases. So we'll see. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good second match. Because Galatasaray needs.
did Galatasaray score? No, Bayern
A
scored
point?
first.
Yeah.
This game.
Let's be honest.
Coleman
Bayern,
scored first.
Bayern are winning.
Yeah, they should
Let's
win,
be
but-
honest.
It'd be cool to see if Galatasaray could get a point
Yeah.
from this. Yeah, it was
It'll
one.
definitely stir up the table.
1-1, 2-1, 3-1.
Mm.
'Cause it was 1-0. Then Icardi scored to tie it.
Penalty.
At that point, I'm like, Galatasaray has a lot of momentum with the fans too. They were really going at it, and then it's just like at the end of the day, Bayern's going to show out who they are, and it was only a matter of time for them to score. But yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, that's Bayern 3-1, and then the next game from that group, Manchester United versus Copenhagen. United end up winning 1-0, goal courtesy
Jeez,
of
bro.
Sir Harry Maguire. I think he scored what, 3 games in a row now? If I'm not correct. Might
It's
be.
definitely the last 2 games.
But anyways, he's been scoring recently.
man,
got
like
a W.
Harry
Ward
Maguire.
Maguire.
Who would have thought, man?
Crazy.
For him to come after all this accusations of him not playing, he's being mad, he's leaving the team, to his mother saying something on social media, him being questioned about what his mother said, and now he's back on the lineup, scoring goals and keeping a clean sheet,
Yeah.
thanks to his other companion that also been in the news,
Mhm.
Onana, with a penalty save in the last minute.
Big save, bro. Big save.
I saw a stat of Maguire. I think the last, I don't know if it was 16 or 17 games that he's played in. He's only lost one of those games.
Really?
And then when you have him not playing, it's like I think 10
Maguire?
more losses than games played.
Maguire, no?
Or I mean, 10 less losses than games played, whatever. So the stat with Maguire is a lot better than without Maguire.
I
Is
saw
what
that
I'm trying
too.
to say
I saw
here.
that too.
Yeah, but you have to look at the games and
Yeah.
the games he's played. The last couple of games that he's played were part of the weaker sides, and obviously the results that him not playing,
Mhm.
he was just shooting off the team, and United have been in poor form.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that does go into it. No, you don't really see the extent of those stats, but it was probably with him facing Sheffield or like Aston Villa
So
type of
then-
thing.
You wouldn't play Maguire, even
No,
though Varane
obviously-
and Martinez have been pretty shit too.
Martinez has been
Ratchin is injured.
Yeah, no, but
Varane
like,
came
when he
back.
started too, he wasn't
Varane's
that
gonna
good.
start no matter what. That one game that Lindelof played, like he did well. Like it just Maguire's time. He's lucky that he's performing. Not luck. It's his time given, and he's performing. That's all.
Yeah,
I think he's doing a good job. Well, I mean, he's a center back, but at the same time, only winning 1-0 against Copenhagen and almost losing that game. It's not good
Yeah.
enough.
Time.
It's not good enough.
it's definitely not good enough.
Tying, yeah.
And And you see it again. Like there was chances in that game where it was, especially at the end of the game, where Copenhagen were trying to press hard.
Mm-hmm.
There were like 3v1 chances, 3v1 counterattacks from Man U. And you expect those to go in, especially with the magnitude that they have up top. They have Rashford, Hojlund. At that point, they have Garnacho. But you have players that are pacey and they can score. It was a 3-1 chance, counterattack, and they couldn't score that. It was like a bad pass from Fernandes, bad pass from Hojlund, or a bad pass from Rashford. Or again, Rashford being too, not naive, but like too focused on scoring instead of passing and just misses the opportunity. So it's like these forwards haven't gelled yet, in my opinion. And that's why you're seeing only scores of 1-0, right? And you have a Maguire scoring the goal, not a forward of that team.
I don't think it's Ford's gelling at all.
It's just one new player in that like forward line, no? Hoyland?
Just Hoyland.
But that can be a mix up of everything.
Oh,
that
can
can be a player that switches up everything. Harry Kane is a perfect example. What does Harry Kane do when he went into that team? He gelled everything. He started making passes to create for other players, doing this, scoring. You know what I mean?
Where's this?
We got Leffler in the chat saying, "What's up, boys? With regards to my club Milan's performance versus PSG, it was a bad performance. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Overall in CL, like I've said, our problems are not finishing our chances. We'll get to that, my brother. But then we got Lulian Daniel saying, let's see them Sunday against City, of course.
Mhm.
That's
It'll be a good game.
That's a big performance. And then Leffler saying it's a must-win for us, PSG at San Siro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, back to the Man U game. What were your thoughts of that? Like, what do they need to do to? But yeah, Daniel, what do they need to do to? Because a 1-0 score against Copenhagen is not going to get you
Well,
far
at the same time,
in the
like,
Champions
they
League.
drew against Galatasaray. We lost against Galatasaray. They also lost 2-1 to Bayern Munich, which again is a pretty good result for a team like Copenhagen. So
Yeah.
is it maybe just Copenhagen is just performing well? They're a little good side.
Past
They're
over
obviously
the
champions of Denmark, right? So
Yeah, you're never
they're-
gonna have
they're a
easy
good
games
side.
in
They're a
Champions
good
League.
side.
Yeah.
They're a good side, and then at the end of the day, yeah, it is only 1-0. Like I said, it's not an excuse or anything, but we should obviously score those chances we've had going forward. But it's not like we're in good form either. We're kind of coming back into form a little bit, showing that some of the players are getting into that form, like Maguire.
Yeah.
Right. Rashford hasn't seen anything since the season.
Well,
It's
beginning
not.
of the
It's not
season.
its time yet. It's not August.
Garnacho
February, bro.
performed
Not
February,
February,
but
February,
he's
sorry.
he's inconsistent. Orland, again, hasn't found his.
Hasn't found his
well-formed
boots yet.
He had that one back-to-back game again, but nothing special. Nothing special. Casemiro again, nothing special there. Like, no, everyone's still struggling to come back.
Well, did Casemiro even play that game, or did he start? I think McTominay started that game. Right?
McTominay plays.
He's the one who caused the penalty.
Yeah, so he caused the penalty. Yeah, you're right. He had high footing, but
because he got the red card against Galatasaray, right?
Uh,
Casemiro. That's why he didn't
I
play.
want to say yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
maybe actually,
Yeah.
right.
So again, would that make a big difference? Probably not. Doesn't really
He's
make
been
a
pretty
big
bad.
deal.
But he'll be back for the derby, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just doesn't have a card for there.
I mean, like you said, a lot of these players are trying to find their form again, especially Maguire. And now Onana's going with his head up high. McTominay is finding his form internationally and recently for Man U. Casemiro comes back into lineup. What a time for these players to be in form against, facing Manchester City next week.
So are you saying United are gonna win?
You never know, man. It's a good time more than ever for them to perform.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
For sure.
You never know. That's what I'm saying. I could see a cheeky best case scenario tie.
Best
Yeah.
case scenario.
For them to win, they need a good manager
Yeah.
to like kind of have.
What are you trying to say?
Decent.
Ten Hag's not a good manager?
Ten Hag sucks. But he'd probably be good if he went back to Ajax. To be honest, and I agree.
Yeah, because Ajax is struggling.
Yeah, he would probably take them out of the gutter over there. Would you take CR7 back? Apparently, he has the most goals this year of any player.
Yes, he does.
Yeah?
He's the best player right now.
I would take him back.
He's the
100%.
best.
Did you see?
Really?
He has
What'd
the
you
most.
say?
He has
He's
the
not the
most
best
goals.
player. He just has the most
He
goals
has
of
the
any
most
player.
goals.
Did you see the goals he's been scoring? I know he's facing like.
Bro, he's in
you could
Saudi
say-
Arabia.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Brother.
don't give me he's in Saudi Arabia if there's still competition over there.
Yeah,
Considering
it's
some
like
of the teams
there's
he's playing.
competition there. There's teams that have good players there. You know what I mean? You have Koulibaly, you have other.
There's only
players
4
out
teams
there.
that have good players.
Yeah, okay. But at
And
the
one of
end
them's
the
his.
day- right. But at the end of the day, he's still performing at a high level. That's still a high league. And he's scoring. I don't know if you saw the goals. He scored a beautiful goal with his left foot. Finesse curved it.
Scored a free kick recently too.
Scored a
no?
free kick recently. Scored another lefty in that same game. And it's like he's scoring goals. you don't have a player on your team that's scoring goals.
It's the same thing. Would you take Messi back?
They
100%.
I wouldn't.
100%. I would.
Not for the fees, for anything, but if for just to be part of your team.
No,
The
'cause then
mentality
the team's
of
gonna be too
wise,
dependent
but
on
the
Messi when
mentality.
they've already moved on from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you want to
Okay,
name her
would
back.
you guys take back Messi back?
I didn't want Neymar back. I think Jay
Yeah,
did.
he's such a liar.
Any team would love Messi on their team, obviously.
I would take Messi.
But you can't
Same.
say the
Of
same
course you
thing. Oh, because Neymar he's only performing this much. That this he's scoring every week, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing it for Portugal as well. Like
Yeah.
Luke
Exactly.
Williams,
So Messi's doing it for Argentina. He's doing it for MLS. And
Oh yeah,
Miami.
again, but like
Same
again,
thing
we're
with
not talking
Ronaldo.
about Messi. But at the end of the day, like Ronaldo's still performing at the highest
Yeah,
level.
but that bridge has been burned. I think, unfortunately.
Oh, 100%. He'll
Yeah.
never go back. But it's
Unfortunately.
crazy that like you had that player there and then it was kind of thrown out because Ten Hag wanted his way.
Gaffer's just throwing all these
He-
talented
I
players
hate
away,
when
man.
Gaffers- I know at the end of the day you're brought there to kind of do, bring the team to the next level and obviously do your ways of
But he hasn't done it.
having your style of football, doing your style and whatnot. And, like you're honestly, at the end of the day, you're hired to do your job. But since he's got in there,
I haven't seen the football
yeah,
that he was meant to bring. Like how Ajax was playing under him and how United have played under him, night and day. Like I haven't seen any like remnants of that Ajax football
Would you
that
say
total
Ajax had
football.
more talented players?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
but
about to say
man, you
is
have
with this team.
during that time, sure, but at the end of the day, United still have talented players. Like the players that United have are.
Are there players that could play that style though? No.
I think there is players that can play that style.
Like who?
Or actually can't play that stuff.
Sancho,
Liar. Yeah, but
Buddy.
Sancho
love
can play that.
Sancho, man.
Well, he can. You know he
Ajax training
can.
with the youth, bro.
Sancho can. Martinez can. Obviously, that's why he's there, right? Ericsson,
Martinez
Martinez
is a
is a fraud, bro.
Martinez is a 6 playing center back.
but Martinez was on that team.
He played
He
well
shouldn't be-
last season.
he shouldn't
I
be
think
playing
there's
center
just
back.
saying
But wasn't
got
Martinez playing the 6 for Ajax?
No,
Nah.
he's playing left
Was
back.
he
I
playing
think.
or left?
He's
Yeah,
playing
was-
center back.
Was he?
Sancho's on his way up. Send him back. Hey,
I mean, Juve.
yeah, he might go to Juve, might go to Barca, might go to Dortmund, man.
Nah, we
Our
don't need
clubs
him on
clearly have. It's crazy how our 4 clubs
I understand
are what he's
quality
working with.
talent.
Yeah, crazy. But I don't know. At the end of the day, like you can't even use that as an excuse. Like, do they have the players for his style? Because they've spent bank, and if he really wanted to implement his style, he would have bought players that would suit his style. No, and he's the one making these decisions on who to buy,
Well, he got the players he wanted.
and he's still not playing the style.
What players? Even getting that mount, like
Anthony,
Mount purchase
too.
was
I forgot about
because
Anthony.
Anthony was part of it.
You wanted Amrabat, you got him. You wanted Mount, he got him.
He got
Anthony, he
everyone
got
he
him.
wanted. The only player he didn't get
Onana.
was De Jong because the Young understood a quality team and a quality gaffer. Vizca Barca.
Yeah, I don't know. It's quite odd, but at the end of the day, regardless, Onana comes up big. 3 points is 3 points, especially in the Champions League. You need
Yeah.
that to go through.
Last play of the game too, man, where he gets that penalty.
That
Yeah.
penalty?
It was a high foot, no? Or something like that?
Barely.
I don't think it was a penalty. The way I saw it, if I remember correctly, it wasn't a penalty.
Player went in and then like
Oh, iffy.
things foot like kind of like went here, like hit him here.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's probably a pen.
I don't know. But Onana saved it, and
This is kind of a weak pen though.
it was placed perfectly on
No,
the side, though.
no, it was above him. He went like this.
No, but it was
What's
at
the-
least it was
what's the-
placed to the side.
No, it wasn't.
What if Onana just went to the other side? You would say it's a good pen.
No, it wouldn't because it wasn't down the middle. It wasn't to the right and it wasn't to the left. It was in the middle and
Nah.
And his
it was
right.
more to the right.
no, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Search up right now.
It was
I
a weak,
will-
it was a weak pen. It was a weak pen.
Anyways, we got Jay saying Rashford just got his own exclusive boot line with Nike. Thoughts? Is he that big enough?
Is he big enough?
I think he's the most probably has the best PR as an English player playing in England, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Besides him, then who? Or if not
Playing
him,
playing in England, yeah.
Sancho.
No, I was gonna say
Jude Bellingham.
Well, yeah, Bellingham does. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say.
it makes sense.
Not PR.
Yeah.
Rashford fed the kids. What did Bellingham do? Just did this.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Bellingham's been with Adidas for time, and he's been in all kinds of campaigns and
He'll get a
added
boot.
them.
Jude got a boot already.
He has a boot?
Yeah,
No, did he?
he did. The white and gold Predators. The exact same colors as the kit, Madrid kit.
Well, okay. Well, obviously I don't keep up with the boots, but Rashford deserves a boot for maybe 2 months of the year
Jeez.
And
Purple.
that's-
Should they make the boot purple?
for his purple patches. and
Purple
then
patch. It says that on the bottom.
no one's allowed to wear those boots.
And only in February.
Only for the 2 months.
Imagine
and
it comes out
that's
actually in
it.
February. Oh,
I don't know.
No.
God.
I don't think he's big enough, but I understand why he got it.
Man,
Right?
nowadays you don't need much to get boots.
Yeah. Especially because like all these different, bootmakers now are spending the bag on getting that marquee player. So it's like Nike, they just gotta take what they can get.
No, but I feel like they need
English talent, attacker.
Yeah.
It's got to be Rashford. Who
I
else are
feel
you
like
gonna
they
take?
also need a United player because United brings a lot of
Yeah,
Yeah.
people in.
He's the
Yeah.
biggest English player on like
At
the
United.
biggest English team.
yeah.
So
So
So you
makes
have to get
sense,
to
I
one.
think.
yeah, makes sense. Are people gonna buy it? Probably.
I'm back
But-
to UCL.
I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Klopp would do magic with Sancho. Agreed.
Maybe.
yeah.
United are on 3 points in third place.
What's the table looking, Matt?
It's first on 9 Bayern, second 4
Galatasaray,
Galatasaray,
Yep.
3
United.
United, and 0
Copenhagen won.
One.
Oh, 1, sorry.
So 3 games left. Where do United finish in Group A?
when Man U faced Galatasaray, that was at the Theater of Dreams, no?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's gonna be the toughest game. I think that's
one?
gonna be the decider. Galatasaray, Man U has to face Galatasaray at Turkey in Turkey. That's gonna be a decider. Obviously, Bayern I think are fully set through. It's gonna come down to that game. I'm telling you,
Oh,
and
those are 2 fighting for that spot. It should be those 2.
I can see Galatasaray winning.
Really?
Like I
I
said,
can see
the
a tie.
fans, the team has to pick up more form. I think Man U if they want to really win that game and win it decisively, because if they get a 1-0 lead first right off the bat, Galatasaray is going to do their best to come back. Or if it's Galatasaray with that 1-0 lead, the fans are going to hold that for them, and it's going to be really hard to get back from that. So it's going to have to be more than 1 goal for Man U, and who's going to score that? Who knows? Maguire again.
Bruno Fernandes.
So United play Gala away, Copenhagen away, and then Bayern home.
Ooh,
How many points are they picking
dude,
up?
if they beat Bayern at home,
They're not being Bayern at home.
I'm just saying if they do beat Bayern at home, is that enough?
They're not going to be Bayern at home.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be enough.
Because
It
then
won't be enough if they don't get points against
because
Galatasaray.
Gala face Bayern again, no?
They play them next game.
Yeah, Bayern face Gala again.
So United will
Bayern.
realistically be on 6 because they should beat Copenhagen. Galatasaray should realistically stay on 4.
on 4,
Yeah,
4th place.
no, 4 points.
They have they have 1.
They have 4.
Oh, Galatasaray. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking
Galatasaray.
about Copenhagen.
So that's gonna put United in second by 2 points, and then they're gonna have to play each other. So let's just say it's a tie. Now United goes into the last game against Bayern, and so they definitely have to get. I think they got to beat Galatasaray.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
100% they need to beat
They
Galatasaray.
lose or tie against Galatasaray, they might not make it.
Yep. That's how she goes.
Yeah. What group is that again?
Group A, baby.
Group A.
That's how she
Time
goes.
for Group B.
So Group B in the UEFA Champions League, we had 1 second. Group B. So we had Lens versus PSV 1-1. Goals from Elie Wahi and Johan Bakayoko. Yeah, tie game. So Group B basically looking like Lens in second place, PSV last place with 2 points, Lens with 5 points. And the other game from that group, we had Arsenal versus Sevilla, which ended in a 2-1 dub for Arsenal. I believe Martinelli got his UCL debut goal, and Gabriel Jesus got the other goal.
Yeah, it was
The
actually
Gabbies.
Tell us, Patty. What'd you see from that game?
I don't know if Arsenal was a better team. Like they played well, but Sevilla also played well defensively and on the counterattack. They let up those 2 quick goals. I think they're pretty close to each other, maybe within 15 minutes. But Sevilla, like after the second goal for Arsenal, it was all Sevilla. It was Sevilla after Sevilla after Sevilla. Then you'll get like one random Arsenal attack, but then it was Sevilla against Sevilla. And I was surprised that they didn't get a second goal. I honestly thought they were. They they were getting some good chances out there, but gonna happen. Didn't happen. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Arsenal is looking that good in CL.
Really?
I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I think Arsenal might have like what the most firepower in the CL besides Man City." And but they're nothing special. They're gonna get knocked out in the first round of knockouts.
Interesting.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, Ulian saying Arsenal will win this group and the rest will fight like crazy for the second and third.
Yep.
Well, Sevilla's gonna fight like crazy for third for sure,
Yeah.
and then the rest for second and fourth.
So are Lens a shoo-in for finishing second and making out the group?
I think it helped that they got a win over Arsenal, because obviously none of the other teams have been able to do that as of yet. But obviously it still comes down. There's still 3 games to go. It's hard to say at this point. Obviously, it's looking good for them now. They have, 5 points, you said?
Lons.
Arsenal or Lens?
Lons.
Lens at 5, yeah.
So they haven't lost a game yet, which is promising.
Lons?
Yeah.
Technically, if they have 5 points, they haven't lost a game, right? A win and 2 ties.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I
that's
mean,
actually
hey,
really good.
if they're able to, prevent those other teams from getting 3 points against them again in the second half,
Mhm.
like they're good, right? They're good. So I'd like to see it. Lons are an interesting team. Some talented players there. Cool story from France as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, right?
And they lost a couple players too.
Yeah, they lost quite a few big players as well.
Yeah, lost
Fofana in the midfield and Openda to Leipzig as well.
Oh yeah.
But hey, they've replaced those players pretty well. Wahi is a great French striker. Scored that game against PSV, so we'll see what happens. But it's a pretty interesting group. But I think Arsenal will definitely go through.
Jesus got injured again. That will hurt Arsenal.
Yeah.
I guess Nketiah's coming back in.
He's going to have to step up, right?
Arsenal still do not have a proper striker, though. Would you say?
Is
Would you guys
Nketiah
say-
not a proper striker?
No.
Why?
Is Arsenal not at a point where they want to try to win now? So don't they need a striker that's going to want to win now?
Maybe they're not getting their targets.
Bayern went for Kane because they wanted to win now.
Yeah,
Type
they're
of
not
striker.
Bayern.
Can't
Yeah,
compare
but they
Bayern
also
to
spent
Arsenal.
100 mil on Rice this past
That's what I'm saying.
summer, right? So
They don't have more money than that.
Would you have spent more
They
money?
got money.
They
Would you
spent
have
a lot
spent
of
more
money,
on a
bro.
striker
They got
instead
money.
of Rice.
Bro, but they spent over 200 mil this summer. How much more money are they going to spend?
I'm just saying that they need a proper striker.
They bought
don't have it.
Havertz.
Havertz not a striker.
Well, they
That
bought
was
him.
another dumb purchase.
why?
I think they should have used that money to get an actual, not a.
Who?
Obviously, you're not gonna get someone who's right now, but someone who's better.
Who?
I don't know.
You don't rate Havertz?
Who?
Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Didn't he want to go to Arsenal?
That's
Didn't
like
Arsenal want him?
150 mil.
Osimhen,
Yeah.
brother.
Want to win now?
You're not getting that.
Come on, let's be
Then
realistic.
they're gonna get financial fair play for all that.
There's no such thing, bro.
Apparently,
Only happens to
Everton
Barca.
should- Yeah, only
Wait,
Barca.
so you're saying if they bought Rice, Timber, Havertz, and Osimhen, they
got
wouldn't have got hit with financial fair play?
Madrid doesn't.
Madrid don't spend that much
Yeah,
money.
don't spend that.
Who did Madrid buy?
Bellingham?
Okay,
That's one player.
Fran Garcia?
5 mil.
Who else did they get? I don't know. Not a Madrid fan, bro.
Yo, Salu.
So they
Yeah,
spent
yeah.
what?
Below
So
60
they
mil.
spent what? 140 mil. They spent what? 140 million. That's pretty much what Arsenal spent just on Rice.
No,
Like 100 mil, no?
that was 100.
No, it was more than 100.
Like what, 105?
Yeah, it was like 105. 110.
Okay, so 130 for Bellingham
And Timber. Just add Timber in.
And Timber as well.
they're even.
And Raya?
and Raya and Havertz. They spent well over 200 million, dude.
Yeah, they did.
Come on.
And you want them to spend another 150.
And they didn't
If
really
they wanna win
they
now,
didn't really let go of
just
that
saying.
many players either.
I'm
They
just
let
saying.
go of anyone besides what, Shaka? He left for free? They didn't sell him, but Balogun.
For-
They sold
for
Balogun.
40.
For like 40 mil. I think Xhaka went for like what, 15? And maybe that might have been a mistake, man.
Nani
Xhaka is
left or
a
still
fantastic player.
Not sure.
And then he's still there. Yeah, Everton, Chelsea City, they don't get hit with the rule. Just a joke. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Only Barca does, bro.
Apparently only Barca does. Holding went. My fault, JP. My
Mane
fault.
Holding.
My fault. Holding
jeez.
went. Yeah,
Man got
Holding
the
went
hair
too.
Dipped, bro.
But I don't know. Obviously, they were able to put up results in the Prem, and they've been doing a great job in the Prem so far this season as well. So, maybe they don't necessarily need a striker for how they want to play. But then of course Europe is a different animal, right? Europe is definitely a different animal. But But yeah, that group, fancy little group. But what else we got? Group C.
Group C. So we had
Mhm.
Union Berlin versus Napoli. Napoli won 1-0.
Boom.
Goal courtesy of Giacomo Raspadori, assist by Kvara.
Nice.
Kvara finally scoring and assisting again, right?
Yeah,
He's
actually
back. Some are saying he's back.
And Napoli been winning. He might have been the key man.
Yeah,
But like
sure.
Union Berlin, huh?
Yeah, they've been terrible this season. Yeah.
Mhm.
They've been
where'd you
terrible
rate
this
them,
season.
bro?
Well, dude, come on, everyone was on the Union Berlin hype train last season.
Yeah, but isn't that like
They had a fantastic
what's
season.
What's it called?
They made
Not a
some-
rough patch.
They made
Purple
they-
patch?
no,
Purple
it's not a purple patch because they've been progressing the last 5 or 6 seasons. They were in the 3rd tier. They won
Yeah, of
promotion,
course.
went to the 2nd tier, won promotion,
Then
went
they
to the
got hit with
1st tier,
reality.
went to Conference League.
No.
Then the year after that went to Europa League. Then the year after that went to Champions League. It's a great story. Bonucci's not complaining. Yeah, Bonucci was complaining about not getting minutes for Berlin because they didn't start him. It's crazy. He had a beef with the gaffer, but
He played good the first game.
yeah, he played fantastic the first
Wrong with
game.
these
But
guys?
I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like they haven't been getting results all season. Like even in the league, they've been
wow.
in piss poor form. So obviously the gaffers got to try to do something different. But man, it's about time this terrorist football catches up with Berlin because they were playing just disgusting football, like very like low block and throw-ins and set pieces. Like it was.
And yet you're still rating them that heavy?
They're getting
despite
results.
that?
They're getting results.
How long would that have lasted? How long? could
What,
that
getting
hold up?
results? Dude, they came like what, 3rd place in the Bundesliga last year? Like that's not easy to do, right? Especially with their team. You look at their team, you probably can't name half their players on that Berlin team, right? So it went through 2 seasons where they played pretty well, but now it looks like it's finally catching up with them. Even though they made some good signings, some kind of high profile signings, but for them at least. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it was always gonna be tough for them to come out of this group.
I'm pretty sure you had them coming out of the group.
I did, yeah, I did,
And they're on 0 points so far.
yeah. But hey, tough group, man. Napoli, Madrid, and Braga are no easy feat.
We got
Bundesliga.
Will
Great
saying,
league.
Good evening, boys. What's up, Will?
What's up, Willie?
Last year was already peak Napoli outside of Diego. My man with the Ferrari cap. I admire your dedication to complete bottle job that is Ferrari F1. Yeah,
Wow.
they stink. They're bad, man.
So is this football
Good
team.
evening.
Leclerc is pretty dukes.
Good evening, Will.
A Juve fan can wear just a Ferrari hat or Fiat cap. Yep.
Yeah.
Owned.
Can't wear a Juve cap because
Why are you wearing a
Or
hat?
Jeep. Or Jeep.
Why are you wearing a hat?
Why not? I'm not allowed to wear a hat. Why is
Oh.
Dan wearing a hat? Ask.
Just curious.
Ask him.
Dan always wears hats.
Good.
But
Do we think Kvara gets a move in the summer?
Next
Or
summer?
one of them go.
They're not gonna sell both.
One of them is going though. 100%.
I can see.
But is
them-
one actually gonna leave this summer?
Yeah, I could see if it had to be one. I think it's gonna be Osimhen because they could get whatever it's gonna be 100 plus.
You don't think they'll get more for Cavada?
But they don't have a replacement for Cavada. They have a replacement for Osimhen. Huh?
They clowning you, bro. Why the barber screwed it up? That's crazy. You gotta take it off now,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Pause.
Show
it's
him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it up. Show him that the
Damn,
barber.
that's
Show
crazy.
Julian that the barber
No,
didn't
no, my
screw
hair's
up.
a mess.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
yo.
Okay.
So he's confirming the allegations.
Anyway, KK needs that move. I think one of them will go. If I was Napoli and I had to sell one, I would sell Osimhen.
Why?
I think he can fetch a larger sum of money. I think he'd be more likely to almost force a move. And I think there's more teams that
Need a striker.
need a 9 and would be willing to pay the bucks for a 9. But then I also think it's easier for Napoli to find a replacement for him than it would be for them to find a replacement for Cavada. I'm not the scout. I don't know.
What strikers do
I
you have in
already
mind?
said this is literally what I said. That but until you guys rudely interrupted me.
No
I
one
said
interrupted you.
they're gonna sell Osimhen because they already have a replacement in Simeone and Raspadori. They don't need. They don't. I mean, they need Osimhen, but they
Is
have
that
a
the same
replacement.
level?
You're not gonna find the same level as Osimhen.
Yeah,
Why-
you will.
Then
No,
why
you
sell
won't.
him?
You won't. They won't until maybe in a few years. Simeone and Raspadori are good enough. They're both good strikers.
Are they
They're
good enough
talented.
though?
Yes, they are good enough.
But to do what for Napoli?
Yeah.
Score goals.
Are they
No.
good enough to stay top 4?
Are they just gonna score goals? What's Napoli's
What do you want
goal
them
with
to
them?
do?
To stay top 4, is that the goal?
They won't make top 4.
When
so?
other teams start to progress higher, you got Juve, like
Okay,
you
you
said,
don't think they're gonna-
Milan.
No.
Inter.
You're being stupid now.
What
You
do
don't.
you mean?
If you think they're just gonna get that 150 and do nothing with it, I'm just saying they don't need to replace Osimhen. I'm not saying they don't have to replace.
He's the goal scorer of the team.
They're not gonna replace Osimhen with another Osimhen. They're not gonna go out and spend 100 million on the
So
100
then
million.
why
just
sell
made.
him? I sell Cavada.
Okay,
There's
but
more chance of you getting a winger.
if you
than a
have
striker.
a striker that you have 2 good backup strikers, why would you go out there and sell Cavada when you don't have a backup?
Backup, good.
What?
Osimhen, world class.
Cavada world class. What are you gonna say now?
There's more wingers out there than there are strikers available.
Says who?
That's not true.
Yes, there is.
That's
You
what-
just said name a striker, and I couldn't name any.
You're talking about top level strikers that are already known.
There's not, of course.
They're
there's
not gonna go out there and get a top level striker that's known.
There's always not also top level wingers that go no, but there's more wingers
So
out
if
there.
they're
than
not looking for a
strikers.
top level striker, then are their goals really top 4?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. 150 or not 150, 100 plus for Osimhen.
So do you, wait, Miles, sorry before you finish. Do they get more money for Osimhen or Cavada?
Osimhen.
Why? Isn't Cavada younger?
Hype.
No.
See, yeah.
Cavada hype too.
I think he might be
Well,
a year older.
I don't know about Bonifaci's, but Girassi, boom, done.
Okay, so as I was saying, 100 plus million for Osimhen. You have a striker, so you don't have to go out there and buy a striker. So now they're going to invest this 100 plus million
In what?
into center backs maybe, or a midfielder, or left back, right back, whatever they need, goalie.
Reinvest in
Their
the
center
team.
backs aren't good. Why would they replace a striker when they have a good enough striker when their defense is shit?
Goals win games.
Preach, brother.
Defense
preach.
wins.
Goals win games.
Defense wins.
You can't win a game with not scoring.
Defense wins games, buddy.
Can't score a goal without
You
winning.
don't think their defense is that good?
You can't win when you're getting scored on.
You gotta score more goals. You can't win at all if you don't score at all.
You can't win at all
Yes,
if you're
true.
getting scored on.
You can't win at all if you don't score
It
at
goes
all.
both ways.
No, scoring wins you games. You score more goals than them.
Defense can score. Can the attackers defend?
Wait, what's wrong with their defense?
It's not that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
They
have-
Lorenzo, Rui, Nathan, isn't he like one of Napoli's best players this season? Center back.
They haven't really been able to replace Kim.
It's not Kim.
Ramani?
it seems.
But again, like you're saying, Kim's a world class defender.
Is he?
Yeah, he was last year.
He was.
This year he's doing pretty well. So like you're saying, it's hard to replace him.
Okay,
It's
Rachmani
gonna
is
be hard
not
to
that
replace any of
good.
these guys.
The Brazilian guy is all right. He's not nothing special.
So you think you like you said, it's hard to replace a world class center back. Isn't it going to be hard to replace a striker like him
Chat's
to get the same
wilding
levels?
tonight, man. The chat's absolutely wilding tonight. Girassi going to Milan, from what I was reading, maybe. Napoli could use that money to buy Harry Maguire. United gets rid of him. Napoli fortifies their defense. Everyone wins. Will Chan speaking like a true businessman that's also a United fan. But like to keep it a stack, I think Maguire would cook in Serie A.
yeah.
He's got the pace, the Serie A pace.
Be that as it
Serie A
may,
build.
a true Juve fan defense and a 1-0 win can win
What's
you
wrong
everything.
with that? A win to win.
Hey,
See, that's how you even needs this thing, bro.
Bro, you sound like a Barca fan right now. Shut
Wow.
up.
that's also
What did
true.
I say?
Win's a win.
A win to win.
Dirty points under
Not wrong.
Coleman. Buy McTominay and put him up top. Honestly, not a bad idea, C's. Not a bad idea, C's. But I don't know. Napoli, it's always going to be tough to repeat that season that they had. And one thing that we have to remember as well is they lost their gaffer,
Big part
which
of
is obviously a big part of this as well. Obviously, Garcia has come in and he maybe hasn't hit the ground running. It's never going to be easy. But I do think that they're going to sell at least one. I don't think De Laurentiis will sell both just because it's just how he is. He's kind of stubborn, and I don't think he'd want to do that. But I think one will go for sure in the summer, and I think you need to do that to reinvest in the squad. At the end of the day, these teams in the Bundesliga and Serie A, they don't have the financials to be able just to splash cash on mid players every season to build up the squad. When they have that elite player, sometimes they need to sell to reinvest in the squad to make things good again. Just how it is, right? Just how it is, right? They don't have that Premier League TV money, so they need to operate differently to be able to sustain an elite level team, right? But I don't know. I would sell Osimhen, like I said, like 10 times already. But
Well, chances nicking a 1-0 win is so Mourinho style. And Pure Bets, Broly came from Al Nasser.
Rudy Garcia.
Oh, Rudy Garcia.
that's crazy.
I mean, he also, all the teams he managed, he did pretty bad at. Julian says Juve invented the Catenaccio way before Mo. My eyes are getting blurry. Garcia is not going to cut it for Napoli. He'll be gone before midway next season. Next season or this season?
Really?
And then Touche, Julian.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're in a hard position because it's
If they don't make top 4, he's gone.
Napoli.
They're 4th right now, 5 points off of 1st. Been looking all right so far.
Because they just hit some form with Cavada.
Yeah.
Cavada's been kind of carrying them right now.
Who's in 5th and 6th?
Atalanta, Lazio.
So what's what? Juve right now first? Who's first?
No,
Inter.
Milan,
Fiorentina and
Oh,
Atalanta,
Milan,
Where are Juve?
second.
3rd.
Third. Milan, Inter second.
Milan, Inter, Juve.
Inter's
Napoli.
1st, Milan 2nd.
Inter first?
Juve 3rd, Napoli 4th.
Okay.
That was Milan.
But yeah, anyways, that's Group C, and the last game of Group C, Braga versus Real Madrid. Rodrigo and then none other,
Then
inevitable, Jude Bellingham on the scoreboard. I think he's up there for top scorers right now, if I'm not wrong.
Proper poacher, bro.
3 goals right
Of
now.
course he is, bro.
he's bagging every game.
Best
Proper poacher.
player in the world.
I would say best striker in the world.
Best player in the world.
He's a cam.
Best false 9.
Yeah, striker.
No matter how you slice
Forward.
it, he's the best player in the world.
Best forward.
Whether he's the best striker, the best forward, the best midfielder, best defender, best goalie, I don't care.
Messi's
He's the best player in the world.
Chad, is Jude the best player in the world?
Messi's the
Best player playing in Europe.
I'd switch it there. Eh?
Well, yeah, you can't compete with Messi. You can't compete with Messi. That's
He's the
fair.
best player in the world in the MLS. Crazy.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's another day, another Madrid dub.
Yeah.
Another day, another
That's
Bellingham
respect.
goal.
Do we think he could get that golden boot?
I told you guys from the beginning that he was, and you guys all called me crazy.
Golden Boot. What?
All of you
It
guys
hasn't
did.
happened yet, so
The
we're still
Champions
you can
League?
still call
All
me
you
crazy.
guys
You
call
also
me
had bad
crazy.
takes.
From
before.
all your takes, what which is actually
I've
like,
never had a bad take.
Dortmund are gonna win this year.
Yeah,
Dortmund are gonna win
Berlin.
next
that's
year.
called believing in
Dortmund
your.
gonna
That's
win the
called
year after
believing in
that.
your team. That's
Berlin.
different. Dortmund takes you can't take me seriously because that's just me believing in my team.
All right.
But bruh, you guys all said purple patch. How long is a purple patch?
It's been 2
It's-
months, bro.
It's
Relax.
bloody November. The season started in August. It's 3 months.
Actually, it's October.
Well, it's pretty much November, brother. I don't know. I think he can. I don't know. But Champions League Golden Boot will depend on how far they go, obviously. But I mean, if they make any kind of substantial run,
As Madrid always do.
he's going to be the one scoring the goals, as we've seen. And in the league, I think he can win
Do
the.
the same
I
thing.
think he can win the Pichichi.
Get the hell out of here
What?
with that nonsense.
You don't think he can win the
No,
Pichichi?
he's not winning it.
Then who's going to win it?
Just relax when Lewa comes back.
Oh, Lewa. Huh.
Yes.
All right,
Did
brother.
it last year.
Because Jude wasn't in the league.
That's a world class player.
Yeah, Benzo was.
Yeah.
And
And
Just
Yosef.
watch.
ways to go. Still a long season, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I think it would be pretty neat. Rashford is like 3 months fair. Wait till Job joins him as GG Job.
I don't know if he's that talented.
I don't know.
to join
I don't know.
Madrid.
Yeah,
Supposedly, though, they look at him.
of course, bro.
Who?
It's probably
Does Jude have pull like that, though, already? I think he does.
yeah, 100% he does.
From a tell Madrid to, like, go look at my brother?
Bro, he's 20 years old.
100%.
Who was?
Jude,
Oh, that never.
But he's got pull like that.
I think
18.
16.
You know how some players got pull like that? Like, for example, Donnarumma when he went to thing.
Oh yeah, he brought his brother
brought his
along.
Part of
with
the
him.
clause in the
You know what I mean?
contract.
Yeah,
Players-
yeah, yeah.
Players have that pull. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the Milwaukee Bucks brings his
Yeah.
both brother. Like, there's
Bring the
players
whole
that have-
family along.
There's players who have pull
Yeah.
like that, and I think Bellingham has that pull.
Oh, 100%.
And it's not like his brother's not bad. He's young as hell. And
He's
already
playing for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Real not making the semifinals without a real striker. I mean, you could have said the same for
Man
City.
Back
Those
then.
years where they didn't have a
Made the
striker.
final.
But yeah, I don't know. Nevertheless, I think that group more or less is settled.
Still ways
Yeah.
to go.
Berlin definitely
Madrid and
disappointed, but Madrid and Napoli I think are definitely going through. And I think
Yeah.
Braga will, if they end up going through Europa League, if they don't manage to sneak through Champions League, I think Braga will be a pretty sneaky team in Europa League. I wouldn't want to match up against them.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, moving along to Group D, we had Inter versus RB Salzburg. Inter winning 2-1. Man like Alexis Sanchez and Hakan Çalhanoğlu for Inter, and then Oscar Glauc for RB Salzburg.
Talented.
Sanchez, man, what 36, 37 years old, scoring in the
doing it.
CL.
You gotta love Alexis, man.
He's been
One of my
getting better.
favorite players.
What were you gonna say, man?
I've seen a comparison on Twitter. Someone saying that Sanchez better than Hazard. What do you guys think about that?
Nah.
No, I feel like it was forgotten how good Sanchez actually was.
100%.
Low key.
It all started at Barcelona.
No,
He
it
also-
all started Udinese.
He also has that longevity to his game too, right?
Yeah, he's been good his whole
Injury
career.
as well. Like he hasn't. When you think of Sanchez, he's never been known for that.
Yeah,
He's always been available for most of his career,
there's only one team that he didn't perform for.
and it's a team that almost all players don't perform for. Manchester United.
Always like that, man. It happens.
Too toxic there, man.
They
I
get the
guess.
best players in the world and then can't do anything.
They destroy them. What else is new?
Inter got the job done when they did play their best football.
Yeah,
I'm assuming didn't play their best football, but yeah, they've been a results machine.
Yeah, Inter gets a result pretty much. I mean, that's what a good team does. They could get a result even when they're not playing their best. And I think Inter could be a serious contender this year. What? Inter would be killed in the knockout stage? Says who?
Says
him.
Says him.
You don't think so?
Says he.
No,
says my
Inter's a good
boy.
team. They have a deep team.
Well, it depends.
And-
It depends who they come up against.
Yeah, obviously.
Because they had a relatively easy kind of run
Yeah, but
last year.
They had a Mickey.
100%,
They had
it
a
was so
Mickey. They had a
easy.
Mickey Mouse
they had a
run.
Mickey Mouse run, but then ended up being the better team in the final. So you can say whatever you want.
Still lost.
They're still a top team.
They are.
Obviously if they come up against a Man City. Or
That's
Bayern,
crazy to say, JP.
Then exactly like United, good teams find a way. Yeah, United. I don't know if United's part of those good teams anymore. You know?
Wow.
All right now.
Huh?
Not right now.
Maybe eventually. You're like in the Juve category right now.
Don't even put me and you in the same sentence.
You might be behind Juve, to be honest.
Jeez,
up.
that's crazy.
Nicolo Barella, what
We
a
need the Juve
player.
fans in the
Yeah.
chat to come.
Best.
Show.
Top
Chris,
5
that's
midfielder
like-
in the world.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then Inter also has. Like,
I wouldn't
pretty
hate that.
much all their strikers balling out. You got Thuram scoring on the weekend. Lautaro's the top goal scorer in the Serie A. Then you got Sanchez scoring in CL. The only guy not doing anything right now is Arnautovic, but that's their fourth string.
Hey, and if
That's a
you
lot of
know,
depth at striker.
they have a lot of depth. I think overall in the whole squad, they have depth in the midfield, depth at the back. Yeah, they're a very interesting team, and I think although they lost some players last year, I think they've improved overall as a team.
Yeah, they did for sure. They lost Lukaku, Skriniar, but
But I think Pavard coming in over Skriniar, I think that's an upgrade,
I don't know.
in my honest opinion, especially for how they play football with the 3-back. I think that's a clear upgrade for a 3-chain.
No, I don't know. Skriniar was good at the 3-back.
Regardless, Pavard is a world-class player, World Cup winner,
I don't know if it's an upgrade.
sextuple winner with
It's not about replacement.
Bayern as well. Not a bad replacement. And then Thuram as well. I think Thuram gives you a little bit of a different element with how he can run with the ball, how he can run onto balls as well. I think,
I think he unlocked Lautaro.
yeah.
Lautaro unlocked Lukaku, and I think Thuram unlocked Lautaro. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of locks, I guess.
A lot of unlocks.
And DiMarco's been playing well as well. And then even
Achievement
that the
unlocked.
Brazilian they signed, Augusto,
Yeah.
he's been a solid depth guy as well.
Yeah, they've been.
Hey, come on, JP.
Good.
You wouldn't be saying that if you signed for United, and you know that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if he's world class, but
He is.
he's good. He's a good player.
He's good.
They lost Lukaku. Is that really a loss? To me, that's a win for Inter.
Yeah.
Well, with the replacement of Thuram, I don't think they lost anything. Thuram is just as good.
Really, just as good?
Yeah, they do different things, but
I think it's too early to say that.
that's,
Thuram just as good as Lukaku?
I'm not saying like at goal scoring. I'm saying at what they
So
bring
that's a
to
big
team.
statement.
I think it's a little disrespectful to Lukaku. bro.
Yeah.
No. I'm not disrespecting. He's the better goal scorer by far. But to what he
But
brings to
Thuram
the
brings
team,
something different.
Thuram
Yeah.
has pace and he can break out with Lautaro.
Pace and power.
Pace and power that he can break out with Lautaro very easily. That's why Lautaro kind of got unlocked. He can score a lot more. He has more freedom now. Lukaku was kind of like he's a slower build-up player, and Lautaro had to adjust his game to become that, to become like his provider pretty much. Capiche?
No.
Capiche capoche.
Capiche,
Dave,
capoche.
he's set to get off your phone.
Come on, brother. Get off your phone.
I'm checking stats right now.
But yeah,
Bard is Maguire level.
yeah, world class is kind of wild. I might be wilding for that.
Yeah.
But regardless, good signing nonetheless. Inter, great side nonetheless. What else happened in that group, Matthew?
So we had Real Sociedad get a 1-0 dub against Benfica, courtesy of Brais Mendes. 3 goals right now in the competition. He's tied with a few other guys for top scorer.
Yeah.
Sociedad, man. Them and Inter, 7 points each. I think they're both locks to go through, eh?
Yeah.
I think what was the stat? What was it, the guy goal scorer's name again?
Brais Mendes.
Brais Mendes.
Brais Mendes. I heard the commentator say that he scored in every single game he's played in. I don't know if that was for Champions League or for both league and thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. Sociedad seems like they're in crazy form. You got Kubo, Oyarzabal. Like these guys are all pretty much balling out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oyarzabal.
Sociedad they could honestly top the group in the form that they're right now.
Over
They might,
Inter.
bro. Maybe.
Even though you're just glazing
Yeah,
Inter
I know.
bare hard.
Okay, why can't they come second and still do well?
You hear the logic from this Juventino?
That's fine. Like, what's wrong?
Make it make
What,
sense.
Marino's been playing well as well in the
Marino,
midfield.
Make
yeah.
it make
Subi.
sense.
Yeah, they have a
Kubo.
I don't think this form is gonna last. That's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna be this form is probably gonna last till Christmas and then it's gonna die down. I feel like there's one Spanish team that always is on this run.
That's true.
So
I think it was Sociedad last year too. In the league, were they top of
or
the
was
league?
it was Betis, no? Whatever. Either way, that's the only reason why I could see them maybe coming first. Inter's the better team. Inter's the better team, but I could see Inter getting some slip up at one of these games, like tying or something.
JP Shields says Juve fans still talking about Europe. Shake my
But
hand.
Yeah.
You won't be talking about Europe that much longer either. So
That's coffee. This guy have feelings there.
Jeez.
Wow.
Pure Bets Bro says, guys, can we appreciate the platinum gen of Japanese talent? I
Yeah,
like
man.
Kubo.
He's been going off this season. Didn't
It
have the
really
best
is.
game against Benfica, but nevertheless,
he's
still
been
having a
doing
very
good
good
in-
season.
But this
and
whole
Benfica.
Japanese generation, like, there's
This is the prime
so much
generation.
talent in Japan right now, and I
Shut
hate
up, Blue Ball.
to be that guy, but I
What?
recall what a year ago.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
I never got anything wrong.
All right, guys, everyone close your
I
eyes
was
and
sitting-
just recall this.
I was sitting potentially in this very seat.
Still has your bum marks.
Still has the imprint
Another
here,
bug group,
They
bro.
spit it out.
and I said that Japan are a team to watch. Do you guys remember that?
No,
Because I do. Because they were my dark horse in the World Cup.
Okay, that's for the World Cup. They were not a dark horse in the World Cup.
Says who?
So
Were
you
they,
can't,
though?
you can't.
Can't what?
Your dark horse prediction can't carry on to after
Why?
the World Cup.
Why? I see the talent. I see the talent, and now it's coming to life.
Yeah.
JP, I remember James gassing Daichi Kamada still. Thank you, JP. Thank
And
you.
what is he now?
Thank you.
Yeah, what's happening now with him?
Who, Kamada?
He's
Yeah.
not doing anything that special.
He's playing for Lazio.
Whoa.
What's he doing for Lazio?
But I called out Kamada, but I said Japan overall, quality team.
Okay.
And I was right. That's all I wanted to say.
what are
That's
they
all.
doing with that team?
You were
That's,
right.
That's all I want to say. I was
You
right.
were right. You put
I was
them-
right.
You said
I was right.
that was your dark horse.
I was
for the
right.
World Cup.
I was right.
This is not the.
I was
this is
right.
Champions League, man.
That was a year ago.
Regardless, I was right. Regardless,
No, you're
Sociedad are playing fantastic
too,
football.
Kubo, I think Madrid have something in his clause, no? Where they can sign
What, a
him back
buyback clause?
for like very cheap.
Of course they do.
They won't get him, bro.
Kubo, although
You don't think they would sign him back?
Nah.
They don't need him.
Where are they gonna put him?
They don't need a lot of players, but they take them back.
they
and
didn't
then
need to
sell
buy
them.
Morata back from Juve, but
Yeah.
they did just to do it.
Morata's different though.
They also
That's
bought
a money
someone. They also
laundering
have
scheme.
something right now. Someone right now. I forgot who it is.
I don't know. They probably have a lot of players. But so does Barca. Barca does it all the time.
Yeah, low key.
Buyback clause?
Yeah. Don't they have one on Fati?
But
Fati's
who
on
do they get-
loan.
Who they get back with those buyback clauses?
He's on
I'm
loan.
just saying they put a lot of buyback clauses on a lot of
No,
players.
they don't have a lot of buyback clauses. They just have billion-dollar clauses.
No, they have buyback
Yeah.
clauses.
Nah, they do.
They probably do.
Kubo, although he had a shit game this game, or not shit, he had like a decent game. This guy almost scored an absolute screamer. I think he went by one guy. Finesse shot from outside the box. Unlucky.
Lefties, bro.
Hit off the crossbar, but that would have been a beautiful goal.
Lefties. We're just good like that.
Yeah.
We.
you
What?
heard that, eh?
Guys waffling.
It's facts, bro.
Fake laugh.
Yeah, anyways, that's Group D. Inter and Sociedad sit top of the table with 7 points each. Salzburg on 3 and Benfica with 0. Did we expect Benfica to be 0
No.
points in, 3 games in?
No, man.
I don't think so.
Benfica are just that team that are very pesty and they usually do well because
Pesty.
they're a strong team. You know, they put in 110%.
Hope so.
And yeah, it doesn't look like the Benfica that I know.
I feel like a lot of us put
As a Benfiquista.
Benfica on the top two.
Up to what? Teams in Portugal? Barca buy only guys with whistles.
Facts.
What whistles?
Brother, that's the other team. In
I think
Spain.
he's talking
In
about
the
referee.
capital.
I think he's talking about referees.
That's the team in the capital.
First of all, we don't buy players; we create them.
Oh!
And then you s-
Did not
Oh!
expect Benfica to be on 0 points in their group at this point. It ain't looking good.
It
bro.
ain't looking good
Yeah.
at all.
yeah, I mean they lost some key players for sure.
I guarantee you we all had them in the top two. Don't say
Might have to look back at it.
Yeah,
you
we
guys-
might have to
you
look
guys
back at
definitely
it.
did.
We
Like,
might we
I
might have to
definitely-
look
I
back at
definitely-
it. We might have to look back at
I'm
it.
not gonna cap. I don't know why you guys are capping. For
I might
Guys
I
count.
might
You guys do
have.
not have
Maybe I
Sociedad,
didn't.
relax.
I might have.
I might.
I might have.
Oh, the only person that might have had Sociedad in the top two is Dan, but he definitely had Inter out of the top two. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan was one of those guys.
Yeah.
What group is it?
Benfica,
D.
Sociedad, Inter,
Inter
and
Atletico.
Salzburg.
Salzburg.
I can't remember what we did.
Definitely
To
did
be
have Inter in the top two.
I
So,
did.
someone could look back at it.
Didn't.
Didn't?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
I don't think you put one Serie A team to get out of the group.
I definitely had Inter.
I don't think you did. I
Whoever's
don't
watching,
think you
If
put
I
go
think
back to
Inter's
our
gonna win the
first,
league, I think Inter would make it further.
predictions video and find out.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Dan's not that crazy. I'll have a look now.
Can we recognize the abysmal season Lyon and Ajax are having?
Bruh.
Both in relegation, I believe.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Ajax is in second last, and I think Lyon's dead last. If they both get relegated, would you cry?
Crazy. Why would I cry for? It's
I
not my team.
cry.
He's got Barca. He's
Would
got
you cry
Catalunya.
for your manager, Dan?
Would I
And like half your team?
No, man. X. Well, for once, you can see that they're not top in the league anymore. I don't know what happened with their academy. They're not building players anymore. What is it?
I mean, I'm sure they are. There's probably not.
Apparently, the whole Ajax situation and like why they're doing so poor is because of what happened with Mark Overmars and that whole situation.
Female players.
Yeah, and like apparently like the team kind of
Are doing it on purpose?
maybe to revolt against the board because Overmars is like a respected character at Ajax and like the players and like staff and
You're-
stuff like love him like that. But that's just what I
That
heard.
makes no sense to me. There's better ways to do it, especially because I mean, at the end of the day, if your team gets relegated, you get relegated, so it affects you directly.
I don't think they're trying to get relegated. I feel like they're just trying to not have that good of a season.
But whatever, you get more money as well. There's obviously clauses on the contracts. If you win the league, you win money.
Really cares about money.
As a player, you should. Your
Those
career
are
is
sell players
short.
that make the money.
Yeah, they also sold a lot of players from that team last
But
season.
it's not like their team's bad.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lilian Daniel says can't put everything on Di Maria. That's why Benfica doesn't do good.
Yep.
And then he also says, look at Schalke, James. Good example right there. Doing horribly in the second tier of the Bundesliga.
It's not looking good, man.
Ajax literally sold. They sold the whole squad.
Sampdoria, another one that's disappearing. Yeah.
Edwin as well too. Yeah. That's right.
Sampdoria, has been falling off for the past couple of years.
Edwin snapping D picks. And Edwin Health has been Bigelow to Ajax.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
As well, they sold so many of their first team players in such short time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had
Sometimes
they had like a
replenish.
big window. They bought like a bunch of players, but it takes time for these young players to gel. New league, new language. They kind of bought players from all
Mhm.
over the place. But Leon
Is that the same reason why Leon's doing so bad?
Ah,
What's the
Leon. I
reason
don't.
now?
Leon. I think low key. I know they had some financial issues. They had to sell like a lot of players to kind of make up the losses. But I remember. I think it was me and you. We were looking at their squad
Yeah.
the other day, and like beyond the starting 11 ish, like the bench was unrecognizable in terms of players
Straight
that were
academy
there.
players.
Straight academy players, and none of them that really stood out to me. Starting 11 looked relatively decent. They had Cherki,
Lacazette.
Kakare, Tolisso. Like they still had some talent there, obviously. So like it's definitely a team that shouldn't be the bottom of Liga. But yeah, they're definitely struggling. Like they just lost to the team that was in second last.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully they can turn it around. Because Lyon for me are one of those teams. Like when I think of French football, I think of Lyon. Right? They had
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
those glory days. Some of those players. Like I think I'd go to Kouf.
When you think of the Liga, it's
Benzema.
PSG and Lyon,
Juninho.
right? Those are the
Marseille.
two clubs that you really think
Yeah.
of Marseille up there.
So hopefully they can get it together. If not, I mean, that Lyon fire sale is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Who's Fabio Grosso coaching before Lyon?
I think it was a Serie B team.
Wasn't ready for the big step up, I
I
guess.
can't remember.
Who
Apparently it's
knows?
the board.
I don't really think it's his fault.
Leon has a new president that has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you skip the comment right before
We don't
that?
got to talk about Pican.
Pica
How's
Noise.
Juventus doing in their European group? Didn't see them on FootMob these last few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to update your phone.
I think the app's glitching, to be honest.
Yeah, they were there.
But they should be playing this weekend.
Yeah, you'll see him this weekend.
Should be playing this weekend.
Well, chances every team in League One has financial issues. Pichi does a great job with their accounting. Big up to their accountants. And they also have big up to their
up to
money
their
laundering.
Mm.
Big up to the money laundering. They should be investigated.
Why?
I'm
How
sure
many
they have
players
them.
did they sign this year?
They're
How many
it's
players?
also
How many
sold,
players they sell though?
Two big players.
their owner's part of UEFA.
Yeah, they sold bare players too,
They
man.
didn't sell Messi.
Yeah, they did.
Left on a free.
Messi's
those
wages. Sold Neymar. Sold Verratti.
That deal's done anyway.
Bro, those like three like high wage.
Draxler is gone
They
as
also
well.
pay everyone high.
And Draxler was also on a high wage.
Very, very high
Draxler
wages.
was also never playing.
Where is he now?
Yeah, where is he now?
Is he in
No, he's Benfica, no?
Netherlands?
No,
Yeah.
no.
He seems like
Yes, he
he's
is.
to me.
He,
Draxler.
he went to Qatar.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Benfica last year.
To me, Draxler screams Ajax.
Yeah, Draxler really was a wasted talent.
Oh man, I want that
plays
guy
for Al
Juve
Ahly.
so badly.
Yeah. Grosso's coming from Frosinone. So Serie B last year, but Serie A this year, correct?
Yeah.
They have
He brought
Matthias
them.
Sule on loan from Juve. What a
Been
player,
balling
man.
out.
What a player. Hopefully Italy can snatch him up for the national team.
Every player that leaves Juve does well.
Okay.
Right?
He's on loan. He's on loan.
But anyways, moving along to Group E. In Group E, we had Feyenoord beating Lazio 3-1. Santiago Jimenez with a brace, Aramis Zerouki with the other, and then man like Pedro with the pen.
How about Feyenoord?
Let's speak about my boy, my Latino, mi hermano, mi compañero. I don't know what that means.
What's his name?
Mi
Compañero, mi
colero.
Mikulev.
What's his
my
name?
primo, Santiago Nunez.
Jimenez.
Where is he from?
Jimenez. Mexico, bro.
Yeah. sure.
Mexico. He's from Guadalajara.
Yeah.
I don't know about that part. But yeah, he's cooking, scoring a lot of goals in the league, goals in Europe
Yeah.
now as well. Would probably be a great replacement for Osimhen as well. Kind
Yeah,
of,
he would.
Supposedly
he would.
teams like Madrid are looking
Yeah.
at him too.
He'd fit the price point. You know, obviously he's got the talent. He can score goals. But we have seen it before, where sometimes that player from the Eredivisie doesn't always necessarily make
Doesn't pan out
the step up
in top
to
five
the other
leagues.
top 5 leagues
You've seen like 5 or 6
very
of them,
well.
like recently.
So
I'll go the Prem.
buy with
Maybe.
caution. But the fact that he scored 5 against Lazio in 3 games is pretty good. So I mean, if he went to Serie A, clearly at least he'd score against Lazio. And I guess the rest of the league,
Lazio
watch
doesn't-
out.
Lazio doesn't care about. They put out a weaker lineup again.
What's wrong with them?
They don't care. They don't care about it. They're trying to get top 4. They'd rather rest their players.
Very weird.
Lazio's not going to do anything. I don't even think they're going to make Europa League. They might get. Nah, they might make Europa League. But
Weaker lineup, really? This lineup
I
looks
think
pretty
he's-
good,
he's
to be
catchy.
honest, bro.
What
I
was
think
the lineup?
Spatty's capping, bro.
Zaccagni, Immobile, Anderson up top.
That's their top line.
Alberto, Rovella, Vecino in the mid.
Top midfield.
Marusic, Romagnoli, Casale, Haisaj, D, and then Provedel.
You know what that
You
is?
think I'm making this up?
no.
When
Okay.
Spatty says Lazio don't care, they're playing their B lineup. That's his excuse for a team from the Eredivisie slapping up Lazio.
For slapping up a Serie A team.
That's what it is.
Does
He's looking at the team right now,
Serie A
and he,
Dookie, bro.
you know what he's
This guy
doing?
couldn't believe his eyes, bro.
He was
Why did I think it was a
he
different
was
team?
trying to think of an excuse for the lineup.
That's crazy,
but he couldn't.
bro.
Trying to back up your Serie A boys.
Yeah.
They're dookie, dude.
It's crazy.
Castellano starts over Zaccagni.
Oh my days.
They
played their first lineup, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh
I take it back.
my days.
Exposed.
Exposed.
Wow.
Take that cap
Now you gotta
off,
take the
bro.
cap, bro.
That's
You
crazy,
capping,
man.
dude.
Quick capping,
That is
man.
what it is, man.
Fucking Lazio,
And
man.
Lazio just sucks.
Yeah.
These freaking Lazio.
Lazio, Union Berlin are both the same.
Lazio's a win.
But yeah, Feyenoord actually lead the group right now.
Crazy.
7 points.
Yeah.
And then second place we have Atleti, who ended up tying to Celtic 2-2.
Yeah,
Shout
good
out,
game.
shout out, Alistair
Yo,
Johnson.
Celtic played a good game, man. What's his name? I think he's the Japanese guy, winger.
Maeda?
Yeah, Maeda. No, the other one.
No, the other one. Maeda was a striker.
Who was the other one?
He got subbed off.
He was
He
electric on the right
Hatate?
side.
Yeah, he's a good
Hatate.
player. I forgot his name.
Electric
was playing
on the right
midfield
side.
for like 7 minutes.
Yeah,
He got hurt.
he was.
So I don't know how electric he could have been.
So then no, someone
Yeah.
else. It was someone else then.
Hatate.
Furia-
That's the
The one
one.
who scored.
That's the one.
Furiashi,
Furiashi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was
Japanese.
electric, man.
Try to tell
What is
you.
with all like they're all so pacey.
I tried to tell y'all.
James tried telling you guys.
I tried to
He
tell
was-
y'all last year.
And Thing played well as well. Our Canadian boy.
Alistair
He was
Johnson.
actually one of the crucial pass to their first goal, I believe, or second goal,
hmm
putting it through. And there was a 1-2 play with Furiashi, and then he scored. It was a banger.
Hey man, a draw against Atletico is a great result for
Huge
Celtic.
result.
Yeah.
Obviously the way things are shaping up in the group, might be tricky for them to qualify. But maybe, just maybe if they can get a result against Lazio, they can maybe find themselves in Europa League if they can finish third place in that group. So I think top
Yeah.
two are going to be Feyenoord and Atleti, in my opinion.
Did anyone have Feyenoord getting out of this group?
Probably not.
Unlikely, to be honest.
Well,
But
But if there was anyone who would have, probably would have been Dan.
I actually didn't have Lazio make it
Who?
through, but I don't know if I put
Yeah.
Bayern
For
or
which ones?
Feyenoord.
Yeah, Celtic.
Feyenoord and who else?
Atletico
No, I think he
Madrid.
had Celtic coming out.
Yeah, actually, no, you had Celtic, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe Celtic and Feyenoord, but you like Atletico
no,
Madrid,
had
so probably
Atletico
not.
for sure.
I know I didn't put Lazio, but I don't know if I put Feyenoord. What was I gonna say now? Atletico, I don't know. On the attack, they don't really do anything.
It's just Griezmann and Shalah.
There's one
Griezmann's so good though, man.
yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna say,
he's legit in his
fantastic
prime right now. I think.
there's one little
Fantastic
passing
player.
play with Griezmann and Molina on the right
Yeah.
side. This is bang 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 bang
It
bang
was
bang.
disgusting.
And now they got a good opportunity there, but besides that, like, who the heck?
Even Morata didn't do anything until he scored
He
that diving
scored,
header,
yeah.
which was actually beautiful. But
And Joe Hart's still playing, eh?
and Thing got a red card, eh?
Yeah, DePaul.
DePaul.
What an idiot! It was such a stupid tackle. Like,
And his first was horrible too because he started talking back to the ref. You gotta
Yeah.
yell for that.
he's just a dumb player. Like,
He's a horrible player.
this is the time when they were starting to attack. The game was tied.
Yeah, he gets a red card.
He goes and gets a red card, and then
Cleats up,
they
too.
had to just defend and go for the tie because they had nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't attack. They were just dumping it out. Mr.
Yeah.
Bodyguard got a red. Yep.
Exactly. Now you can go take care of Messi
jeez.
for a game.
Interesting.
Mitoma apparently did a paper on dribbling in university.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he did.
That was his thesis, I think, right?
A smart guy.
Had to be better dribbler.
And it translated on the field,
Mhm.
which is crazy. Because, I can't remember an essay that I wrote that translated into anything.
That's crazy.
But bullshit, to be honest. But good for him, man. He was able to do that.
Why is the water wet?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yes,
H2O.
that is the term.
But yeah, another solid group there. What group was that, Matt?
That was Group E. So
Group E.
Feyenoord lead 6 points, Atleti on 5, Lazio on 4, Celtic on 1.
Nice.
Lazio making it out or not?
I don't see it.
I don't know. I think that this was a big game. I think bigger than I think a lot of people realize, the Feyenoord versus Lazio game. Because now Lazio need to win the reverse fixture, I think, if they want to have a chance to make it through. But
They're not gonna make it through. It's gonna be Feyenoord or Atletico.
Feyenoord are cooking. And they lost a couple players in the summer too.
But yeah, moving along. Group F, Group of Death. We had Newcastle 0, Borussia Dortmund 1. Give me your thoughts, mate. Felix at Nemecha with the goal. Schlotty with the assist. Big game away to Newcastle,
Should have
St.
been
James's
like
Park.
1-1, man.
No.
Yeah.
We were all over them. We killed them.
The end of the game. It was
Tell
at
us,
least,
James.
it was at
Killed
least
them.
like 3-4 posts.
Killed them.
Really?
Go look at the stats.
60% possession for
Go
Newcastle.
look at the stats.
12 shots, 3 on target compared to 13 and 5 for Dortmund. Is that really killing them?
Away from home, St. James's Park, where only 3 teams have won in the last year.
Ooh, that's a
3
big
teams.
stat.
What teams?
We Arsenal, Man City, someone else. Regardless, Allegri ball tactics got Dortmund the win. Terzic came in with a game plan. The boys defended stoutly. Backline was solid. Kobel, top 3 keepers in the world. Can at me on that.
He's
That's
not.
He is this season. Tonali played his last game for Newcastle
Yeah.
for the next 10 months against
RIP.
Dortmund, and they still couldn't beat us. But I'm proud of my dogs, man. They're huge underdogs. Everyone was writing them off. Haven't had the best of starts in the CL this year, but We went away to St. James's Park. We left with the 3 points deservedly. We could have had more than one. Nick Pope made a fantastic double save.
Yeah.
The one on Malin and then Fulkrug on the rebound. Like that, I thought for sure was wow. Fantastic double save there. A few other great chances we had as well, but Newcastle had their chances as well. Honestly, it was a really exciting game to watch. It was back and forth. There wasn't a lot of midfield play. It was a lot of like attack to defend, and it was a good game to watch. Both teams really left everything out there. But the one thing I love personally as a Dortmund fan is they went there and they weren't scared. You know, they first game against PSG, they went in scared. Look what happened. They lost, right? But they came in this game, they had a plan, they were organized, but they weren't scared. And I think that's the attitude they need to keep up, because at the end of the day, they played fantastic football, man. Malin cooked, man of the match. And Mecha, man, he's finally arrived. I can confirm he has arrived. We got the right Mecha brother.
Here we go.
Beginning of the season, we were a little concerned that we may have got finessed and we got the wrong Mecha brother. But I can now confirm the one that's here is the one that's supposed to replace Bellingham. Last 4 or 5 games where he's been fit, he's been fantastic. Dribbles, tackles, what have you. Finally gets his first goal for Dortmund there as well. Great finish. And from bottom of the table to second place, this group's a roller coaster. 2 home games left, 1 away game left. So I'm feeling pretty good about our chances. But who knows? This is football. This is a group of death. Anything can still happen. But to be in second place, 1-1-1 after 3 games, don't think we can complain too much about that.
Will Chance says, we getting to the Snally jokes yet?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think maybe he bet the loss there, and he cashed in for one last time.
Anthony Lafleur says Allegri ball tactics got Dortmund the win.
Yeah, shout out Allegri, man.
Lillian Danielle says Tonali 10 months ban for their first game is a loss. Yeah. Dortmund is damn organized, and they are about to the business.
Yeah, we
no
are
big names really. However, they really played a disciplined game.
Very disciplined. Yeah.
Says Royce is still there. That's a huge name for BB. And then Royce is a big name in Germany, not so much worldwide. With all due respect, I agree.
You think so?
That's Cap Will.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's a big name worldwide.
He has dropped form though, so
he's
he a big
also
name
older.
Anymore?
34.
That's what I'm saying, but is he a big name anymore? He's a big name in general.
He's
but
still a
is he
worldwide
still-
name. He was on a FIFA cover.
He was. That was his prime.
And how about Hummels?
Hummels is a huge name too.
Yeah, I give that.
Royce isn't a World Cup winner, unfortunately, but they have obviously their bigger names on paper are older players, right? They don't have that kind of star power that they've had the last few seasons with a Sancho, with a Haaland, with a Bellingham. But I think it's one of those transition years for Dortmund where you're going to see a lot of these players that are playing now are going to be talked about huge in the coming years. Kobel, Schlotterbeck, Mecha as well.
Into.
Elite talent.
Elite talent.
So,
Said it.
I mean, hey, no, you got hurt. You got hurt
right before. Is ACL?
Something.
Royce's games missed is bigger than his name.
Uh,
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
Probably not Will, to be honest, but
That's funny.
Does he have any trophies to show for it?
Yeah.
Like big trophies?
yeah, Pokal.
Like league
Times 2.
trophies? Like CL trophies?
Pokal
like
times
World
2,
Cup?
Champions League final.
So no.
What are you gonna do, man? You're playing in the league with Bayern.
Some of the best
Unless
players
you're playing
in the
for
world
Bayern.
don't win trophies sometimes, you know?
At the end of the day, bro,
hand
Champions
you're
League final,
It's the hand you're dealt.
Pokal, a bunch of German player of the years. What are you gonna do, man? Fantastic player, and he's still doing it at 34. So, what can we say?
And he's loyal. What else do you want, man?
Hey, that's all you can want, man.
Loyalty doesn't matter anymore in football and in real
Loyalty's
life.
so priceless, bro.
Yeah,
And
it's
in real
priceless,
life, bro.
priceless
Shout
in
out
my
to
books.
girl.
But the other game in that group,
The other game we had PSG versus AC Milan 3-0 for Les Parisiens. Mbappe, Kolomwani, and Kangan Lee with the goals.
Damn.
Milan looked like dog water. Hot dog water.
All I gotta say, this is Milan's worst performance for sure.
Of the season?
He goes.
What's wrong with your Serie A teams, boy?
Fully them.
Boy.
And Lazio, I guess.
Boy.
No, PSG absolutely dominated them. Tomori was nowhere to be found, and that's supposed to be their best defender.
He got destroyed by Mbappe. That
They
goal.
all did. They couldn't stop Dembele
It
and
was
Mbappe.
it was crazy.
So why is Tamori taking free kicks?
Yeah, I don't know.
He scored one in practice and he's like, yo, put him on.
Yo, allow me one.
Yeah.
The weird flex.
He kissed his teeth. Yo, allow me one still, dog. Before
Yeah.
I waste you, bro.
Milan was dreaming Wednesday.
Yeah, Milan might come last in this group. I could see them maybe playing out something against Newcastle, but
Hey, I rate Will
That's
Chan.
maybe
He
about
said
it.
dog water, hot dog water. That's a great saying.
All right, buddy, relax.
My bad.
Only the best sayings coming from my mouth, bro.
Pardon?
That's crazy.
Royce on par with Totti with the club loyalty. Respect to that. I
Club
wouldn't say on par
loyalty?
because Roma. I mean, Totti was on Roma forever.
Royce,
Royce came
Royce,
from Gladbach.
a lot of people, you
Royce
ask.
Royce came from Dortmund.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he was at Gladbach.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you were to
Totti was
ask,
only
He got
at,
cut.
if you
Totti was only at Roma.
Yeah, he got cut.
if you were
Too
to
small.
ask
That's
players
Yeah.
where did Royce play, they don't even know that he played for Mönchengladbach. Proper fans.
People,
would-
proper fans would know,
Sorry, people that-
Casuals probably
fans
wouldn't.
is what I mean.
but casuals also don't know how good he was.
Yeah, and that
So.
too.
That's part of the problem. Royce,
From Gladbach?
just in general as a player.
But yeah, Milan was bad, dude. What are they missing? A lot of things.
Nothing.
no?
Just
Tonali.
Mbappe, bro. How did he get that goal in the first goal? Tamori literally just
Nah,
couldn't defend them.
maybe that's why he doesn't get called up to the team. To the England
Mbappe's
team.
too rapid, bro. He just did legit this bam and shot it, and tomorrow was like, like he slide tackling, like he threw his whole body into that.
Yeah,
I mean,
And it went right through his legs.
Mbappe is the real best player in the world, but I mean, he shows it once in a while
when he wants to, it seems.
when he wants to. Yeah,
It's always Champions League. Where, I mean, that's where most people watch. But
Yeah.
like, he's always performing in Champions.
He's a big game player, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mbappe is. So, I mean, obviously, I think PSG had a little bit of an off game against Newcastle. Like I said, St. James's Park isn't an easy place to play.
Mhm.
But I think PSG are clearly showing that they're the best team in this group. With
Without a
that
doubt.
that one result against Newcastle aside, I think they're going to top the group.
yeah, me too.
Right?
And I do think they're gonna have a run in the knockouts. And-
Potentially,
Yeah,
they just need to figure out their midfield.
I don't think the midfield is too bad.
You know who's playing good in their midfield? That young guy.
Ugarte.
Zaire Emery.
No,
Yeah,
Warren Zaire-Emery.
yeah.
he got man of the match that game.
Yeah.
He's got 3 assists in the CL so far.
Yeah, he's
And-
been going off. There was one. I think it was the goal for Mbappe.
Yeah.
He got the assist, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But before he passed it, he was bodying.
yeah, he
off.
bodied. I can't remember who it was, but
It
he
was,
just
I forgot who it was, but it like
he tried
Reinders?
bodying
I think
him,
it
but he
was
just like
Reinders,
shook him
Reinders,
off,
bro. Reinders was trying to grab it. He's just like nothing,
Just-
like nothing. He was just like,
You say this on my body, shake
and
him
then
off.
just bam.
I mean,
beautiful
Reinders is
ball.
pretty shit. So
I heard Milan fans saying otherwise.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's that good.
They're
I
bigging him
think
up.
he might be a
I
little
think
bit.
LaFleur tell us is he good or not?
I think they're trying to like
Trying to say
compensate
he's good?
with Tonali leaving.
Think so?
That they're like, oh my god, he's so good.
Where did he come from again?
AZ Alkmaar, I think, or
Yeah,
somewhere in there to Divise. But yeah, man, Emery he's been cooking. I think that was the big mistake Enrique made against Newcastle was he played a 4-4-2
Yeah,
and he got completely overrun in the
What's wrong
midfield
with you,
against
man?
Newcastle. I think if they played a 3-man midfield in that game, I think they probably would have
And he's a
came
coach.
out with a better result.
Yeah.
He's a coach that loves the 3-man midfield. He
But-
can play it.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Emery is fantastic. 17 years old, born in 2006.
Crazy.
Italy won the World Cup in 2006.
Crazy.
That's 10 years younger than you.
I know.
Crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Insane. But yeah, world class talent. And you know what? Call me crazy, but I like this version of PSG better than any other version of PSG from the last.
Man.
No, I
10
agree.
Based
years.
off of what?
I agree.
I like how they're going back to their roots.
What's their roots? They have no roots. They have no soil.
French-
they have no
French
nothing.
talent.
Talent.
Is that their roots?
When's
French
the
talent.
last time it's been French talent? Years ago. Years ago.
But I would rather them
More
go.
than 5 years ago was French
And
talent.
Haven't we
Poach-
seen Pochettino
Yeah.
captain PSG?
I want them to go poach French talent, nurture them.
The last time. When's the last
For
time
the
PSG
nation.
done that?
They're doing it now, and that's what I
This is
like.
What they should be
This is what they
doing.
should be doing. This is what all clubs should be doing in their countries. They should be nurturing the talent from that country. Am I wrong?
It can't be done, man.
Why?
Why?
If you want to
PSG,
be the best in the world, you need players
PSG
around
creates
the world.
unreal talent.
French in general create good talent, not
Yeah,
just
but
PSG. And
PSG is a
no,
big reason
no,
for that. What do you mean?
No.
Right now
What-
they would
what
have
big
Magnan
players-
and Kunku. They would
Okay.
have
Their
There's a lot
their
more players
academy
from other
is
academies that
their
won that.
academy is strong. Them and Lyon
So
have very
is
strong
other
academies.
in Ligue 1.
France obviously
France,
produced the best talent in the world. And if PSG can harness that talent,
They
I
should
think
legit
this
do-
is
they
the best version of PSG.
And then you get no problems because you had Neymar, Messi, and then Mbappe all trying to be the head guy. Now that these guys know Mbappe is the head guy, now you got to build around. They're building around Mbappe, which makes it.
Yeah.
He pays them. He's part owner, dude.
They're building around Mbappe,
Yeah.
which allows them to create a better squad.
PSG have to be like the Bayern of Ligue 1. Poach from within your club. Poach from within your club.
Yeah.
Get the best players from within the club. You minimize your opponents, and you do good in Champions League. But no, they went to go buy out talent from other places. We all know that they should be doing this. They went to get Lavezzi, Ibra, Cavani, all these players, Di Maria, and
I
now
know it's more
they're
so
best.
Yes,
PSG's roots are South Americans, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's one of the South American team. Do you think they're speaking Spanish more than anything?
Not anymore.
Why?
Now they're not.
So that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's a good point.
do you say?
The question is whether PSG is willing to be patient or to nurture their academy players.
Well, they haven't been. That's why they've been letting them all go. Right?
But you can't blame them. You
I
have so
think-
much money. Why would you waste your time trying to nurture a player, wait years when you could go buy the next best player?
No, I think you can nurture players as well as buy players, which they
hard.
did. They did. They brought in Colomwani, Dembele, and then you have.
They're not a team that do that.
then
They've
you-
never been a team that does
and
that.
then you have the 17.
Madrid is just exactly like that. They don't do that. But Bayern are known for Barca are known for nurturing players. Madrid, we had it in our last episode. He even said it herself, a Madrid correspondent.
Why can't they do it now?
They don't do that.
But why can't they start?
Because that's not their philosophy.
That's not their philosophy.
Okay, a
and
team-
unfortunately, when you have money, why would you do that?
Guess what? Another team that's doing it. I'm not saying that they have money like PSG, nowhere near that money, but Juve, they're never a team that were bringing players up through the ranks. They always just bought players.
Yeah, but you even need to do it now because they have nothing left.
Okay, but why can't they do it? But
Because they still have money.
You can see it creates it for a better team.
They just went out and bought every French player from all over. They bought French players from out of France.
No, they
wrong
bought
with
French players from in France too.
Yeah, but their best signings were from out of France. And then they also brought
wrong
other
with
players
that?
out of France.
What's wrong with that?
Goncalo Ramos as well.
Yeah.
What's
Or you're
Colomwani,
saying-
Dembele,
you're saying,
Barcola.
Why aren't they
Look
they're
at
getting an
both.
academy? Clearly not. They bought so many players from this last transfer window.
Yeah, they have
Obviously,
to,
you would love to see it, especially this young player. You're saying he was nasty, and
Yeah,
you've
you're not
seen
going to
it.
bring up the whole
But
academy
he's
in
never
one window.
PSG. Will
but they're
never be
buying
known.
French players.
PSG will never be known as that team.
They're buying French players.
Yeah, they have to.
I'm
buy
not
French.
saying they need to go through and only play academy kids. I'm saying they're nurturing French talent. Doesn't mean it has to be academy French talent. They're buying up French talent from
My
Lyon,
question
from
is
all
now.
these
My
different
question
teams.
is now, why are they buying these French players?
Why wouldn't you?
No, why are they?
they're
Because
talented.
Colomwani was one of the best players last year in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Dembele was one of the best players in Bundesliga. In La Liga, sorry.
Okay.
If it was any other player doing well, and if they weren't doing that well, and they had the money to buy someone else that was doing well, they would have went and buy those players.
What about Barcola?
Who's Barcola? I don't know him. That just shows you that he's not good enough.
Or that just shows you don't know ball. Because he was one of the best players in Liga last season.
Okay,
And they bought him.
okay, does he start?
Yeah.
Where?
He starts for PSG.
Nah,
Where?
really.
Yeah, he
Where?
started. He's
Tell
been
me.
starting
Where?
for PSG.
Where?
Right wing.
Right wing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says right wing. Where's Dembele?
Yeah, where's Dembele
What are you
then?
talking
In
about?
the games Dembele hasn't played,
Guys,
Barcola has been playing. Barcola has caps starting.
What,
yeah,
one or
he's
two
played
games?
1 or 2 games probably.
Yeah.
But when you need a player to play, you're playing Barcola or Dembele.
Well,
what's the problem?
Barcola's
What's the
younger.
problem with playing him a little bit?
I'm not saying
What's the
there's no
problem with rotating the
that.
squad? What's the problem
I'm
with
not saying
buying
there's a
French
problem.
talent?
But you're saying like they're buying this French talent because they're French. No, it's because they're good.
But it's
And
also
and
because they're
also-
French.
It's a plus that they're French.
You don't think
If Dembele was Dembelino, they would have bought him.
No, they
you
wouldn't.
you don't
He was Brazilian.
you don't think that they could have went and bought
100%, bro.
you don't think they could have went and bought other
They love
players?
South Americans. We've seen it before.
Yeah, bro.
But this
They went
is
to buy.
this is a new PSG.
They love Argentinians and Brazilians. That's their motto.
But this is a new PSG.
What new PSG?
YOLO.
This is a new
They
PSG.
have the same money. They
Barcola's
have
a
the-
left wing.
He can play on both sides.
This guy waffling.
They
Eh?
have the
Waffen Bear.
same money. Why
Yeah.
would they? It's business. Why would if I'm a billionaire, I'm gonna buy the best players.
And that
Thankfully,
worked, that
they were
worked out
French.
Great. Yeah, that worked out great.
Obviously, it hasn't. But
So why
What-
not
what else
why
would
not
they do?
why not try going with a French route?
nah, they can't do that, man.
What? They're doing it right now.
Just like Madrid, They don't do. Thankfully, Madrid do get no.
Okay,
not,
but
not thankfully. because I'm a
Madrid
Barca
uses
fan.
their money properly.
But they,
though.
do, yeah. But that's what I'm
PSG
saying.
doesn't.
But that's what I'm saying. A good example is when you waste your money properly, you're like Madrid.
Madrid buys
But
pieces
Madrid
that
have-
fit their team
There's
perfectly.
a very
PSG
big
have more
difference
money.
between Madrid and PSG.
I'm just giving you an example.
Madrid have way more pull that they can hand select the players
How many Spanish
that they
players
want
are on
to
Madrid?
come.
Spanish?
Starting lineup.
Like,
Probably 2.
Yeah.
Carvajal.
probably maybe
Three.
one,
If
maybe
PSG
one.
Jose
spent their,
Lu,
if
one or
PSG
two
or
spent
three.
their money properly, they
Three,
would have
3, 4.
2 French players on their team. I
3.
guarantee you, they would have 2 French players. Mbappe and someone else.
I don't
Everyone
think
else
so.
would be somewhere else. We've seen it before in the past.
Why do you say that? Isn't France one of the best nations in football?
100%. But they always go out everywhere.
So you don't think that there's players
Why
that are
is,
good
why
enough
is
to
all
play
the
for
French
France?
players leaving France?
Because they're not
Better
getting
opportunities.
well
Sorry,
because there's only one good team.
And
in
what does
France.
that one good team do? They
Now
buy
they're
other
bu-
players.
but
from
now they're buying the French players. So why do you
Buying-
think we're seeing all the best French talent go back to PSG?
I don't know. I always say I want PSG to play these guys like this young guy, 17
They
years
are.
old. But I don't see that's happening for the future.
Barcola started 6 games in League One for PSG. Thank you.
You can start your freaking
Okay.
third string right back in Liga. Look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Leon playing bad.
But I swear PSG aren't even in first.
Lens is first, no? Or Rennes? But whatever. I'm just saying.
Regardless, Group F, Group of Death, flipped on his head. Definitely going to be interesting to see what happens in the next match day. I think it's going to tell a lot what's going to happen with these games here, because if Milan goes ahead and beats PSG and something happens in the Dortmund game, this group can be completely flipped again, or things can stay as they are now if the results go as they did this week. But yeah, definitely, probably in my opinion, one of the more exciting groups so far.
Yeah. So who's coming out of this group for you guys?
PSG
Before
and
you
Dortmund.
answer, Anthony first
Oh.
says Redbird bought Milan for a long term and to become the Bayern of Italy. It's going to take a time for that for us to get back to where we were, of one of the best clubs in the world again. Who's Redbird? Redbird's what team? What team is that? What? No, Redbird.
It's an ownership group.
Oh yeah.
So they have been doing their thing a little bit, but I don't know if they invested it. They might have invested it properly. They got a little bit more depth. They lost Tonali, but now seeing that Tonali's on a 10-month ban, yeah, the window was good.
We were saying before, like, do you think Milan kind of knew this?
Yeah.
And that's why they shipped
Probably.
him out.
Yeah,
kind of thing?
100%, bro.
Because it was, to be honest, when we saw that happening, we were all shook. Like, why is he leaving? There was no, like, I mean, the people were saying because Maldini left, but would a boyhood club player who loves Milan just leave like that?
So yeah, probably something like this happened. The owners didn't want him because he's probably a degenerate
And a
gambler,
liability.
and he probably showed up late to practice. But Maldini's like, no, this is like our future midfielder, and they're like,
Ooh, maybe that's what it was.
and then
They were gonna ship out Tonali, and then Maldini says, if you ship him out, I'm leaving too.
yeah, that is what it was.
My question is here: if Milan knew
Doesn't that fuck over Newcastle?
and
Can they
sold
get
the
sued?
player to Newcastle,
Can't they sue them?
is,
for
you,
that?
bad.
what kind of like implications
Dude,
do you
you're
think
right.
will
They can sue
come out of
them.
it?
I
Right?
don't
Like,
think they're gonna say they knew.
They can sue them.
100%.
well,
they're
I know,
looking into
I
that.
know,
They're
I
all
know,
saying
I
that.
know. They're not going to say they knew because they're not stupid.
No, but 100%.
But if there's some kind of investigation, they look into it,
there is.
and they find out that they knew.
That's bad.
What do you
These
think
Serie A
happens there?
teams, bro. I'm telling you.
Sketchy.
I know they say bet on
And you know-
yourself,
and
but
you know
not
they
literally.
are.
No.
You know they are because it takes months sometimes for stuff to come out from these clubs.
Oh yeah, you
They're
guys,
definitely
you guys
switching
would
this
know
up.
best.
Oh, Newcastle already announced it that they'll sue Milan. Apparently, that's what
Oh yeah,
Lulian said.
100%. That's definitely what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. You know, only me and Dan support clubs that aren't corrupt.
What?
Okay, United's definitely corrupt.
Jeez, bro. United can't win nothing, bro.
Okay.
Me and United have problems with their players. What do you mean?
Isn't Howard Webb like the biggest United fan? And
Bro, don't talk about me and refs, bro. Look at you.
why? What's wrong with
Me?
Jesus
Barca?
Christ.
Why?
This guy is United.
Why?
United.
Don't talk about me.
Why? What's wrong with Barca and refs?
Everything.
Like what?
Come
Dude,
on,
it's
bro.
all over the place, man.
Brother,
You're dealing with it right now.
yo, Matt,
But
you know what you need to do right
accusations,
Has
now?
bro.
anything been
Yo,
confirmed?
Matt,
We ain't sued-
you
we
need to lay low until these allegations are paid off and
Keep my
dropped.
chest up high.
Let's get that paid off.
And then once the allegations are paid off and swept under the rug, then you can come and clap back. But right now,
keep my
until it's
chest
all
up high.
settled, you gotta,
allegation is just allegation.
Yeah.
and that's what it's going to be until
I'm
it's
saying
paid
something
off.
that's confirmed.
Yeah. Until it gets paid off and swept under the rug.
But speaking of confirmed, Ulian, I want to call your cap.
Oh,
Barco only started 3 games. Matchday
Oh.
6, 7, and 9.
boom. Matthews.
Maybe you're talking about cup games as
He
well.
said Liga.
He said Liga.
Oh.
Maybe he played.
False.
Maybe he played in Vice games. But regardless, Barcola is a great player. I really like him a lot.
Will Chan, if Milan did indeed pull a quick one on Newcastle, the Newcastle owners won't be messing about.
No
oh,
chance,
yeah, 100%
bro.
not, bro.
Yeah.
No chance.
And if it's not, who's like investigating? It's the Italians, right?
I don't know who's in.
I couldn't tell you, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
If it's the
in the
Italians,
Italian-
Milan will be fine.
100%, you know,
If
Newcastle.
it's the Italians, Milan will be fine.
But you already know Newcastle's putting it on their own money to research all this stuff.
Well,
100%.
but can you though?
Why not investigate a situation that concerns you and your player?
Obviously, I'm sure if they
100%.
don't want the player to be suspended, they're gonna put the time into trying to find ways what he is not.
Yeah, it is quite. It does seem
And
quite
they're-
messy.
$1 billion company that owns thing, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's not because of Tonali's betting situation. There's no evidence. The club knew James, and you know it. I really don't know much. I'm just saying that was more of a hypothetical, brother. Man United has the VAR in their pocket. Yes, it's an Italian investigation for now. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how it's gonna kind of all work because obviously Newcastle are in a totally different country,
That's what I'm
totally
saying.
different laws, totally different regulations. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. They are not trying to milk Milan. They invested in the team to improve the squad. I mean, to be fair, Anthony, they really have invested in the squad. I mean, like Milan, as of late, they signed a lot of players this summer,
They did.
right? So I don't think you can say that they're just
They
trying to
fit
milk
well?
it because I think they have. I mean, they're doing good in the league. Champions League is tough because at the end of the day, you got put in the hardest group, right? Like, there's not
that's
many
true.
teams that are going to get schlepped in a group with Dortmund, a rampant Newcastle, and PSG and be able to survive. That's a tough group, right? Like, not even Newcastle are surviving that group. Only Dortmund and PSG are. Because we're the two teams that are making it through.
Aren't Dortmund and Newcastle both on the same amount of points?
Yeah, but we're making it through.
You think Milan did some PR movements though? Moves like getting Pulisic and.
Oh,
Mensah?
100%. They're definitely investing
Like-
a lot in the U.S. market.
That's why I'm thinking.
You know,
too.
they have quite a few American players. They went on tour in the U.S. I know Serie A is really growing in the U.S., right? So it's obviously, you have to do it. You have to grow. And it's an intelligent way to do it. And they signed some talented players. Pulisic, I think, has been a fantastic signing.
He has been.
He's played very well for them so far. I think it's really just more so the midfielders really need to step up because like Tonali obviously was a big loss, and they replaced him with quantity over quality. In my opinion, they brought in quite a few players, but none of them I think were the same level as Tonali. Do they have potential? Yes, but not the same level Tonali was at. But I also think Benacer coming back eventually is going to make a big difference as well because he's also a fantastic player, and he'll allow them to play differently as well. But yeah, I mean the season's still young. Maybe for Milan it's even better. They get knocked out of Europe.
Yeah.
They can focus on the league. Maybe make a run for the Scudetto, and then see what happens. Right? See what happens from there. Like you invest in the squad a little bit more. I think, in my opinion, their number one need is a number 9 that's not 37 years old. Giroud, fantastic player. I love him. But I mean, you can't go into a season where you're playing so many games with a 37-year-old striker because at the end of the day, he's going to get burnt out. That's just how it is, right? So I think that should be their priority.
I mean, they have
100%.
Okafor,
You know?
who's been all right.
Come on. Okafor, Milan. Like,
bench.
Okafor is great off the bench, but you need like a Jonathan David level striker.
They're looking into him for next.
Girassi, I
season, I
think,
think.
would be a cheeky little signing, whether it's in Jan or it's
They
in the
have
summer.
Jovic. You're right.
But Girassi
That
would be
sucks.
a good little move. Like he's a good age. He's having this good stint in the Bundesliga right now. But he's scoring all kinds of goals. Left foot, right foot, header, hat trick, this, that, penalties. He can really do it all. So I think that would be a sneaky little move. And
I don't feel like that's a Milan move.
17 mil release clause apparently in January.
Jeez,
Well,
someone's
no one
he's
expected
leaving.
him to
He's leaving.
do this, right? So that would be a cheeky Milan move. Will it happen? I don't know. But
You heard it here first.
a 9 needs to be signed for Milan. But
And I need to leave as well.
And I think Giroud knows it himself. He's like, bro, what?
oh, bro,
I'm so tired, man.
Yeah,
Stop playing me so much.
he was playing in net.
Like,
Like, come on,
dude.
he was playing in net. But
He offered like I have to stand in that.
yeah,
for a
hey,
bit.
I'll go in net. I'm tired.
Take a
brother.
break, right?
Yeah.
Like, let me get off for a bit, bro. He's at that age.
No wonder Tonali looked so glum during his tour of the facilities when he was signing with Newcastle.
Oh yeah, he's like, damn.
Bro, you guys see that video of him stepping off the jet, like when he was coming to Newcastle, like him and his girl, and someone's like, "Why does he look so depressed?" And like, you know, like months later to like when this whole situation happened, like Buddy was
It all makes
Buddy was
sense.
fighting betting allegations or
Buddy-
betting
It all
scandal.
makes sense.
But he had some demons.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's Group F. PSG top right now, 6 points. Dortmund 4 points. Newcastle also 4, and then Milan 2.
Yeah.
Group of death, man. We'll see what happens with that. But the penultimate group, Group G, we had Manchester City. Hold on, app's bugging out here.
Before you continue, Anthony LaFleur says exactly, James. We can't have Giroud playing 90 minutes every game. We're going to go for players in January. Hopefully, Joe David is the player you guys go for, because I think he'd be good at Milan. Giroud played 11 games, started 10 this season. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Holy
he can do it.
smokes.
He has the quality to do it, but it's like eventually he gets tired, right? He's human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um,
Moneyboy's happy. What's up? Milan's still going to qualify, eh?
Don't get it twisted.
I don't
we
know,
don't want
man.
Joe David. Who do you
Come
want?
on.
Who do you guys want?
2 points, bro. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
It can still be done.
You guys gotta score a
technically,
goal.
But
Well, Chan, Giroud is ageless wonder.
yeah, hairline is impeccable. He's handsome. He's a handsome devil for sure.
Right, best looking guy in the world, in a world of football.
We want Ronaldo.
Buddy's glazing.
Right. Dude,
Ronaldo.
imagine?
Nah.
You don't think CR would go to Milan?
No,
No.
Test his,
He's
test
Juve
his
for life,
Italian
man.
boots
I
again?
don't know about
Yeah,
that.
my ass, bro.
Who told you
This
that?
guy said you wait for life.
Who told you
What?
that?
What?
What are you pointing at? Okay,
Nah, he ain't going to Milan, bro.
That'd be
Saudi
crazy.
Arabia for another year.
Yeah,
or
he-
two.
I think he said he's retiring.
And then
in
Portugal.
He said he's retiring in his 450s, bro.
Saudi. I think he's gonna wait for his son to come up and then maybe.
Yeah, he's like LeBron James, bro. He wants to play with his son.
His son just signed for his team.
Yeah, their youth club.
Yeah, okay, that's what I meant.
Soft.
He's retiring. at
He's
16.
gonna be like freaking Dino's son, bro. He got no legs, man.
No, I
He's
guarantee.
a one-hit wonder.
I guarantee you, CR's son's gonna be good.
Not
With the amount of training that he does,
You're not
I
wrong.
guarantee you.
One thing is well, the big difference between Dino and CR7 is their mentality and their workhorse. So
Yeah,
I'm sure that
for
I'm
sure.
sure that went into their kids.
Yeah,
as well.
100%. 100%. But anyways, yeah, Group G. So we had Manchester City versus BSC Young Boys. City with a 3-1 dub. Man like Haaland with a brace, and then Manuel Akanji
Man,
with the other goal.
let me start off with saying props to the goalie of what's the team called again?
Young Boys.
Young Boys. I forgot his name, but he
That's
he played
Siopi.
really well. He was stopping a lot of shots. Again, like the goals don't really show what type of game it was, because City did have a lot of possession of the ball. Haaland, I think he's losing his form a bit, and I think it's due to the fact that Alvarez is finding his form.
Didn't he score a brace?
He did score a
Yeah,
brace,
he
but
did.
it was last minute, and he also missed like 3 chances were clear cut chances to score. And also the goalie was really good. He was saving shots out of everywhere.
Yeah.
It was an amazing.
That
team for the
happens in
goalie.
these games, though. The goalie comes in and
Yeah.
he stands on his head. But I don't think it's fair to say Haaland's falling off. I think what he was doing was ridiculous. And I think now he's just he's growing. He's still a young kid.
Of course.
But he's still scored a brace in Champions
No,
League. I
his
think
goals were
he's
nice, but they came at the
he'll-
later stages of the game.
well, he won them the game.
Yeah, at the end.
3-1.
100%. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying
Won
he
the
could
game.
have scored 6 that game. There were a lot of chances that were clear cut chances he should have scored. But then Ederson got chipped.
Yeah, bro.
Nice
He
goal.
loves being off his line, and that's what happens to keepers that play
Yeah.
so far out, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll get chipped, right?
Yeah, and
Is what it is.
Man City as well like to play high, right? Their defensive line, so, and that's all it takes sometimes. The thing is just finding the time and the moment to kind of beat that line of defense, but they found it, and I was like, nice goal.
Who's come out of that?
He's in the Milan Youth Academy. He's been absolutely balling.
He's got like 500 goals in like 20 games.
Oh, that kid.
Oh, I heard of something similar.
What is this, Hakeem Astur?
Yeah.
No, he's supposed to be way better. This guy's he's been balling out
Italian?
How old?
for the past like 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
How old is he?
15.
15.
Italian?
Marta.
This
Come
is
on,
what
doesn't sign that.
Italy needs.
Yeah.
It's a ruthless number 9.
It's just a matter of Milan doing the right thing with him.
Like selling him to Dortmund.
No. That wouldn't be the word. No.
Loan him out to Dortmund.
Good for Italy, bad for Milan.
Send him to Atalanta.
Yeah.
We've seen Italian strikers at Dortmund. They don't do real well.
Yeah, it's true. Immobile didn't do very well. at Dortmund.
Yeah.
Tough league to play in.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
Did Immobile he was on loan to Dortmund?
No, he was
No, they
he
bought
was
him.
purchased.
Like 20
So wait,
mil.
Lazio sold him to Dortmund.
No,
Lazio.
Torino.
Torino sold him to Dortmund. Dortmund sold him to Sevilla.
And then he went to Lazio. I feel like he started Lazio. I don't know why.
No,
Started at Juve, actually.
Oh wow, Juve, bro, selling everyone.
selling everyone.
Um,
But now at least their players are betting on themselves.
Yeah, literally. Will Chan says Haaland has so many more levels to reach. The scary thing is that he has the hunger and dedication,
He is hungry.
and is dedicated to his craft. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw every time after he missed them, like it was legit clear cut chances for him, because those are the goals he should be scoring. Like those one where no one would realistically score this. Like he was in the air, it was like a Zlatan type of shot. But even the commentators saying like, I did not expect that to happen. I expected him to score that. Like these are, and it's crazy to think that we expect him to be scoring these goals,
Yeah.
which are like anyone would score these goals. But these are nasty goals, right? So yeah, he definitely has that mindset. He got mad every time he missed. Anthony LaFleur, we will be giving Camarda minutes at Milan once he turns 16 towards the end of the season. Just watch. Oh,
You might as well. Your striker's 37 years old, bro. Hey.
yeah. Maybe learn some, take some notes from Barca. Play your young boys. Not
Very
you.
good.
I'm saying Milan in general.
Don't jump this. If Newcastle makes it to knockout stage, that's where CR7 will be playing.
I heard
for-
about
he
like those
said he doesn't wanna
conspiracies, like
go.
early in the season. That's like a possibility, no?
Well, the owner owns both teams. Do a little cheeky loan in January,
I don't know, man.
bro. Cheeky loan in January, goes to Newcastle,
Send Wilson to freaking.
makes top 4 with the Newcastle in the Prem, beats Man United, scores a hat trick against Man United,
What?
goes to Ten Hag and does what he did to
Simeone?
Simeone.
Imagine, bro. Dave's got the script already, bro.
Bro, I already have the script, bro.
Sounds like a fairy tale to me.
That'd be jokes though.
But yeah, anyways, the other game of the group, RB Leipzig and Red Star Belgrade. Leipzig 3-1. Dani Olmo, Xavi Simons, David Raum. Simons getting a man of the match that game.
Yeah, he's been cooking for Leipzig. Shame it's a loan for them at least, but I mean at least they'll get him for one season. Maybe they'll end up buying him after, but I'm sure with the form he's in, there's going to be a very long list of suitors looking at him, and maybe PSG will be like, "Hey, just come play for us." So who knows? But yeah, Leipzig have been solid. I think that group was pretty easy to predict from the jump.
Seems like it's kind of solidified at this point. City
Yeah.
9 points, Leipzig 6, and then the rest of the 2 with 1 point.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, Group G, and then final group, Group H. We have Barcelona versus Shakhtar Donetsk. 2-1 for Barca. Man like Fermin getting a banger of a goal.
Beautiful goal.
And Ferran with the other for Barcelona. Kind of waste 12:45 p.m. kickoff, but
Dub's a dub. 3 points is 3
yeah,
points.
3 points is 3 points.
Barcelona are finally gonna make it to the knockout round in Champions League football for the first time since.
It's a while, bro. Fugazi group. You
Yeah.
sure hope so, right?
Yeah,
Sure hope so.
All these last couple years, we've been dealing with injuries and Bayern Munich basically. So I think we deserve.
I
this
feel you,
year.
man. I feel you. We've both been
I feel
dealing
like
with
we
that team.
deserve this year.
I feel you.
Now supposedly that game, Joao Felix might have got injured.
Nah, but he said on Instagram that he's good.
Yeah,
It was just a knock.
I hope so because we're really stretching our subs
Facts.
these games And we said it before, like it's always at the beginning of the Champions League. There's injuries for us.
Yeah.
And I don't know what voodoo Man U,
Man U.
Madrid did to us.
Why you always blame Madrid?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they got black magic, so it's obviously that correlates to them doing some voodoo stuff to Barca.
You think?
And you guys got refs, so like it's.
But
already
when
so.
the question is, when will Barcelona pull another level? Says Will Chan.
Lever.
Just give it a couple times.
Give it a
January?
couple times.
January maybe.
Well, January our boys coming, brasileiro.
Vitor Hockey
Oh.
coming off injury, so we'll see how that works out.
But hopefully
Injuries.
I
Okay,
think
give it
he-
a couple.
I think especially if I'm not sure how long Lewandowski will be injured for, but a lot of our forwards are injured. I think he can find minutes.
Yeah, for
To
sure.
work. But yeah,
Will he be eligible to play Champions League? Because they have to re-register the squad. No, like
I'm
when
sure
they're
Yeah.
the
I think
knockouts?
they can. They just recently did this. I think.
Are they gonna register him though?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Who would they have to take? Who would they gonna take out though?
I don't know how many like
There's a lot of players.
spots that they have available, because I know for like the B team players and like players underneath a certain age, like they don't have to be technically registered. Like they could just get called up.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how many spots available there are. to
Like
register, you know?
Gavi and
Yeah.
all
Mark Gui and
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
midfielder, I forgot what his name is.
Fermin Lopez.
I love Fermin Lopez though. I
Do
don't
you?
want to go. Speaking of Fermin Lopez, he scored a banger.
Yeah, we
He
talked about
he
it.
could have had like 3 or 4 goals that game,
He's-
bro.
he-
He had like hit the post, hit the crossbar.
He's lethal in front of net. Like he's got a shot on him.
Yeah,
This
man.
kid.
Well, I mean,
It's a powerful shot too, and he like you said, he hit the post at one time.
He scored a banger
it's
against
like-
Madrid in
yeah,
the summer
And
too.
he
Like
also scored. I think he has 2 goals in the league. 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has 1. I know he has 1. Well, like every time he comes on, he does something, and I think like he's been playing midfield, and he's that midfielder that attacking mid that we needed
yeah,
at this moment, right? Because our midfielders are very defensive minded, but also they stay in the middle a lot. And he's the one that's attacking a lot, and he gets into perfect spaces.
yeah.
He
He
gets
finds the
into the
chances.
right spaces, like they go perfect ball. I forget. I think it was Joao Felix, I think.
Yeah,
But he was in the made the perfect run, scored a banger, and yeah, he hit the post afterwards. But man, I like him, man. Fermin Lopez.
he's been looking good so far, man. Because we've had Pedri injured,
Yeah.
a couple other mids injured, and someone had to step up, right?
Yeah, and it's crazy to see that even when our best players get injured, we still have these young players that step up,
Luckily, yeah.
right? So it's like, man, it's blessed being a Barca fan. Am I right?
They save some for this weekend, Dave.
Some of that black magic, Madrid probably. They do their best to try to beat Barca, bro. In the form that we're in,
I think Madrid will win, to
I
be
think
honest,
Madrid's gonna
bro.
win. Yeah, look at the injuries we have.
mm,
They're gonna say, "Oh, injuries," but we're saying it before the game, so we know.
No, that's an excuse.
That's
It's
not
like-
an excuse. It's
okay,
fact.
if Juve were missing 5 key players
It's fact.
in a big game in Serie A, would you be
Who's
reluctant
the
on them
key
winning?
players you guys got?
They
Frankie De
young.
Jong, Pedri, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kunde. This guy said, "Eh." You guys say it with a
It's
serious.
only
face,
half
bro.
our team. Half
Yeah.
our starting
That's
11.
crazy.
that's fair. But Barca have a deep team. They can be still pull something out.
It's a
Yeah.
deep team, but full of youngsters, which I love. I love
Yeah.
my
Sure, bro,
youngsters.
for
It'll be tough. But the question, yeah, you're already looking for excuses. Give the kids a chance. I agree.
Well, of course,
Um,
give kids a chance. So they have the excitement, they have the energy,
Yeah.
they have the will, and they're not scared to put a body in. Look at Gavi.
And they
Yeah.
got someone to prove too.
Let's see if they can find another level.
Yeah.
Love Hot Wheels.
Right?
Thing is with young kids, they're very what's the word?
You tell me, man.
Young.
Young, but like they're not mindfully there. They don't have that mind.
Not mindfully there.
Look at Gavi. He's very
Rash?
Rash. That's the word.
No, I
He
don't
goes
think
into
that's the word you're
tackles.
looking
He goes into tackles hard. Doesn't understand that sometimes he should be more calm, lenient. But that's passion. So at the end of the day, I like passion. Passion's what-
Passion merchant, eh?
I'm a passion merchant, bro. I love my young boys. Let's go.
Check his hard.
Pause.
Hey, yeah.
But yeah, Barca 2-1 against Shakhtar, and the other game from that group, Antwerp 1, Porto 4, hat trick. I think the first of this season in the Champions League.
Adrian Nielsen.
Evan Nilsson?
Evan Nilsson.
I think Antwerp were up 1-0 to start off the game.
Yeah, they
Yes.
started off 1-0, 37 minute, and then 46, Evan Nilsson, and then
Eustachio,
Our boy
Canadian.
Eustachio.
with the goal. Yeah,
Scored a nice
Canadian
goal,
with the
man.
goal. It's always good to see in the Champions League. But yeah, that's that, isn't it?
yeah. Barca 9 points, Porto 6, Shakhtar 3, Antwerp 0.
Boom.
Seeming like Porto and Barca gonna come out of that group
Yep.
unless Shakhtar says otherwise, but I doubt it, to be honest.
Well, that's the CL.
Yeah, but yeah, boys, that's match day 3. Thank y'all. Man's in the chat. Ulian, Will Chan,
Yeah,
JP, Pure Bets, LaFleur. Anyone else I'm forgetting?
MBH.
All of
MBH.
y'all.
Shout out to all y'all.
Jason
Thanks for coming
LM.
out. And yeah,
You guys are the real ones, man.
y'all the real ones. But make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe.
Ronaldo
And-
Chavez.
Ronaldo
Amigo.
Chavez. Thanks, guys.
Gracias, amigo.
See you this weekend. Visca
share,
Barça.
Subscribe.
Like you
Like,
said,
comment, share, and subscribe, boys.
Visca Barça.
That's it,
Ronaldo
boys.
Chavez. Visca Barça. We're gonna win.
catch us on Saturday. Live stream El Clásico.
Yes, guys. We'll catch us Saturday. You're right.
Be there, be square.
Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday, baby. Sunday.
Dortmund versus United.
Sunday, baby. Dortmund versus United.
Versus, I think it's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dortmund versus United.
Sunday, baby. Dortmund versus United. Be there, be
Are you
square.
okay?
Sunday, baby.
Let's
No,
go.
who-
Visca
Super
Barça.
Sunday, baby.
Sunday,
Of course,
Sunday,
Dortmund
Sunday.
face.
Super Sunday,
Sunday.
baby.
This guy's on something.
Frankfurt.
Who are you facing?
Frankfurt.
Visca
I
Barça.
don't even know.
Okay.
Visca Barcelona.
All right, boys.
Peace. Later.
Ciao.
See you.
See.